the vow.
Wow. New setup. Who dis? Feels so weird to be streaming like this, man. Feels so weird to not be in my own space. Feels crazy. I also can't wear my glasses, so y'all got to look at my lovely crab eyes, okay? It is what it is. The monitor I bought, I don't know if it's like polarized or something, but it literally just is black. Like if I put on my sunglasses, it's black. So now I got this bright eyes, okay? It is what it is. Teo, this is you, right? Teo, this is you, I think.
Yep, there I am.
Yeah, it is Teo. K2, Saeed, Jamal Abendami, Tabernacle. How's it going?
Where the hell are you?
Epstein Island.
I'm in your walls, Keelan. I'm house sitting for my parents, okay? Haven't you heard?
He moved back in with his parents. The Taiwanese family kicked him out.
This makes so much sense now. I understand everything seeing that background. Holy shit.
Champagne socialist.
What's wrong? Wait, what? This is not a rich. I'm not in a rich house. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think that.
Hey, if you're anywhere in Vancouver, any house is like rich house.
I'm not in Vancouver. I'm not in Vancouver.
Okay.
Keelan judging me over my background. That's crazy.
I mean, if you're not sitting in a shower right now, then I'm gonna judge you.
This is
your background does look pretty shower coated.
Why are you in the shower?
Yeah, actually, if you see that thing in the top, maybe that's like the little shower head or something, right?
No, it looks like where you turn the water on. Shower, maybe.
I should fucking holy shit.
Shower stream.
That'd be so fun to just stream in the shower. That'd be such an ambience. It'd be such a fucking vibe, and it'd feel amazing.
No,
oh, you're cooking.
Okay, you somehow made it weird.
Yeah. How many beers can I drink on this panel?
As many as you prefer,
Max. Egg, you are frogging. It doesn't really bug me, but just to let you know.
Be right back.
Confluence bugs me.
I need to give myself a more clever name.
Like Teo.
How about
that's a pretty clever name.
How about
does that sound any better? Check. Sound any better?
Now you're cooking.
Confluence. I have a question. How do you cope with the fact that Hasan is pretty good at predicting what's gonna happen?
Like in what way? Do you remember during that? Do you remember when the troops were lining up on the border of the Ukraine, and he's like, "They're never gonna invade. That's not gonna happen." And like 9 days later,
I'm meaning like recently after the thing at the White House, he's like, he's gonna use this to justify the ballroom.
We need a ballroom so that I have a safe place to dance.
Oh, is that what I
They're
saw
never gonna dance
Discord?
again.
I thought about the ball. I wasn't even sure what that was in reference to. I was like, am I That's the thing
And
he's
then
trying to build,
Possibly
right?
the safest place there's ever been. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
I think
I'm
it's a
never gonna
socialist thing.
dance
Unless you're like a
again.
Saudi prince,
Because
that's how much
Melanie
money
has
they
been
use.
telling me that the U.S. has been stopping the rain in Iran, and then once
I
Iran
see what you did
blew up
there.
their radar dishes, that the rain started coming.
I think Mel thinks it's probably the a certain type of Americans, control.
Melanie has been telling me. I see what you did.
The Black Americans.
No, they don't have that power. Okay, the other kind of Well, never mind. I was gonna say something. I mean, what I was gonna say. I'll take that back. Take my thought back. But no, fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh wait, before we start, does anyone know? Is this a setting on a monitor? I don't know how monitors work. Why is it when I wear my sunglasses, my monitor is like a black screen, like I can't see anything on it? Is that a normal
Because they're
thing?
polarized. Your sunglasses.
Why isn't
are
my other
polarized.
one? Yeah, I know, but I can see my normal monitor fine.
That's because
And then
there are
this one,
different
this is a new
arrangements.
monitor.
There are different arrangements of the pixels and monitors, and some you have to like turn your head to the side, and if you're wearing polarized glasses, they'll go black. Others, like the way they're organized, just looking at them straight on, they'll go black with polarized sunglasses.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't-
It's like if I turn
you
my
don't
head
need-
down, I can see it. And if I turn
Yes.
my head up,
Yeah.
I
That's
can't.
that's because it's either polarized or not. Yeah, he's right.
You don't
If
need
you
to
if
wear
you full
sunglasses.
screen me, I can walk you through how to change it.
Take your
I'm not gonna
sunglasses
full
off.
screen you. My sunglasses are on. But that's the thing. I got this bright ass ring light, and my lighting already looks like shit because I don't got my beautiful purple ambience light. Okay. Now I'm gonna have eye strain.
Your lighting looks subnormal.
You look like you're in a bathroom.
No.
Confluence.
No, but it's normal. It's still normal.
There's like no reason for an average person who doesn't fish to use polarized sunglasses.
That's why I love my Costas, man. I love them for fishing.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it was. I was with a female friend of mine, and I was buying the glasses, and I was ordering them, and I wanted the ones where it's like a mirror, and she's like, "Oh, that's called polarized," and I fucking trusted that dumb bitch. And I was like, okay, so I paid extra money for polarized. That's not what polarized means, apparently, as it so happens. And so they're not mirrored. I wanted them to be mirrored, and
you had to be honest with her. You had to tell her that you don't want people to be able to see your eyes.
Hold on.
That's not. I always think it's cool to have like when people see you and they see themselves. There's something metaphorical.
Yeah,
about
you can get those reflective lenses, and they're still either
That's what I was
polarized
trying,
or non-polarized. Yeah.
Yeah, but she said I had to click the Polaroid box and then polarized, and then I did. I paid like $60 for Polaroid lenses, and I don't even
Look
freaking
at
need
them
them.
alien-looking
They
polarized,
look like this.
supersonic glasses.
Two things.
Looks like you're about to run 250 miles per hour.
These are prescription glasses, of course. So it's like I can't exactly buy. Well, I could, but they're like hundreds of bucks because I'm fucking blind without glasses.
Terrible eyesight. But two things. One, the devil is beating his wife right now. And two, I can't believe you just called a woman the B word.
Your female friend, much less.
Keelan, you did that like a week ago.
In response to her using the N word.
That was so untoward. That was so when I saw that.
Oh,
I was
you're mad. You're mad that I used the B word.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was at work. I saw this.
Nothing,
and I was
What
disappointed.
the fuck, Confluence, you asshole.
Did you get fired yet?
Disappointed.
There's nothing off the table. As soon as you use the N word, I'm like, you deserve every slur coming your way.
I just thought that was beneath you, Keelan. I thought that
Are
was
those rosary beads?
See, it's not fucked up because my friend, I call her bitch to her face. She's fine with that, so I call her that on stream, of course,
What the fuck happened to you?
I'm in a shower. I dragged this chair into a giant shower. I'm about to get wet, okay?
Oh my god. You didn't have to tell me about what you were gonna do with your gay dude later on, but whatever.
I came to discuss Dragon Ball with
This is a pretty decent screen. Out of all the screen caps, it's not the worst screen cap, okay? It's not the worst.
What do you want to discuss about Dragon Ball?
This one's my favorite.
Dragging my balls
Little chink eyes.
That's the worst one, man.
You can see your Taiwanese.
Yeah, the Taiwanese really coming out there, man.
But
I'm feeling more white the longer I'm in this house of the white people. I'm feeling more and more white and less Taiwanese. Okay.
Killing is
If that
just
makes you
Killen
feel
is just
better.
mad.
Why is
Did you-
Emmett looking at you with those puppy dog eyes?
Because I can.
He does have the puppy dog eyes on right now. He's got the
Those-
Ben Shapiro
He's
eyebrows.
got those jaundice eyes.
Oh.
Yes,
liver okay?
welcome.
Me fumo 4 porros.
So what are you guys
guys, what-
talking about in the Discord that y'all didn't want to
Holy
tell me
shit,
about?
you're
Okay?
talking Taco Bell.
We were going through
we said
ABCs
Confluence
of
was
slurs.
gay, but then we. Wait, what?
Why does everyone think that does this actually look that much like everyone has mentioned that so far?
It's the tile.
Show us the rest of the room. Show us the rest of the room.
I'm not going to give you a house tour of my parents' house, okay? My non-Taiwanese parents'
Just
home.
show us
MTV
what is
Cribs,
above
let's
your
go.
head. What's above your head behind you? Just show us.
Yeah,
Shower
just ask your
Like,
boyfriend to
one
get
of
out of
those
the
old people
room.
rings, so if I want to get up, you like lift
He
yourself
probably
up.
has some
So I don't
ARs
slip.
in there and can't show the Canadian government.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just
yeah,
tell
yeah.
your boyfriend to get out of the room so you can move around the camera a little bit, and then you
I'm
have
in the house
liability.
alone. Okay, I'm in the house alone. I'm not used to being in houses alone. I'm used to there being Taiwanese people upstairs, and now I'm just
Lately.
on the above floor, and there's no one around. It's scary to be honest with you.
Be honest,
my
Confluence.
God.
If the Chinese came to your house looking for the Taiwanese in your attic, would you tell them that they were there?
By
Yes.
the time you already got
Oh,
to
wait,
that
it was
point,
not
there's
me.
nothing you can do. That's not a sin. That's
Why
what I
would,
would say.
why
Is
would the
that all
Taiwanese be
Chinese?
looking for the Taiwanese?
I think you
Yeah,
need
that's
to
I
try
actually-
to-
That's right.
It
That's
took-
right. I
Yeah.
think you meant to say something worse, but I agree with you, Big
Are you
Soda.
sitting
Here's
in a
what you
lawn
said.
chair in the bathroom?
Yes.
A lawn-
It
I'm
took
in
me
like
a while.
Game of Thrones, like, but more gay kind of chair. It's like an armchair, that I dragged into the shower stall.
So
It
like a
took me
lawn
while,
chair.
but I finally
He's gonna
got the
read
reference.
Nietzsche.
Yeah, I actually did. That's the only book I brought. Was
I
a
fucking
Nietzsche
knew it.
book.
I knew it. So y'all guys like my profile picture of Pam Bondi?
It's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, I hate Pam
Confluence,
Bondi
what
so
do you
much.
think about the male epidemic and the fact that a bunch of teachers now have been trying to storm, the press conference, the press bullshit in the White House with
I don't know what you're
guns,
talking about.
with pew pews? Oh, the newest attempt on Trump's life.
Oh, like
Talking
the
about
recent,
by the mixed guy.
It was staged.
I
He was
do
also
kind
wearing
of think
an
that's a
IDF
new
He
pandemic.
was wearing an IDF sweater too.
He was.
It was staged.
Yeah.
Wait, the guy that did the assassination attempt was wearing an IDF sweater?
Yeah.
Not at the time. There's a profile picture of him with an IDF sweatshirt.
As a joke, or I thought he was.
Yeah,
Like
well,
someone
we don't know.
brave,
It probably is a joke. It probably is a joke, but we don't know.
Okay.
He hated Hasan Piker.
Hey,
Love
Yeah, but
Hasan
everybody
Piker. What are you
hates Hasan
talking about?
Piker. That's like
True,
80% of the population.
No, this
Like,
tells us that
for
even if he was a
political-
Democrat, he was on the right side of the political spectrum. He wasn't a liberal.
He was a-
Jacob told me
He was a
gave
liberal,
$50
Sayed.
Oh
What
my
the fuck
Holocaust
are you
God.
talking about?
Elon.
Only
was a-
50 bucks? That's it? What are they going to do with 50 bucks?
I did not move. I'm just for 3 weeks. I'll be in this strange new location. Okay,
He was a
Rover, don't worry.
conservative liberal.
Taiwanese are still in my heart.
Conservative liberal. He's not on the
The
left. of
Taiwanese are
He's
probably
a
selling your
liberal,
shit.
dude.
A conservative liberal. He did this like anti-Christian manifesto that was super gay, by the way.
His
He is
manifesto.
a liberal, dude. He's a
Yeah.
complete leapcock, okay?
I'm sorry to
But
my
he-
students.
so-
I'm
so what I'm
sorry.
trying to say is
Shut the
he's-
fuck up.
It's a
I'm trying to say
complete
is he's
leapcock.
I'm a
He's not
censor.
on the left of the political spectrum. He's on the
He is
right.
on the left of the political spectrum, you dumbass, okay?
Almost every liberal in America is on the right of the political spectrum.
You
You
are
would,
on the
Red
left of
Eye.
the political
You would. You
spectrum.
No,
would
he's-
think it's a paid
he's-
actor.
Well, when you're a
Fucking
communist,
retard.
everybody who's left.
No, Keelan's
Everyone's just
right.
gonna say, everyone's gonna say
most
this.
people
Apparently,
are
that
on the
must be
right.
what it looks like. Everyone's
Now,
gonna
most
say,
Yeah,
people are on
most
the
people
left.
are on the right, not these. Like most people that are
Holy
on the left
shit.
are not on the right.
The
It's
right
just
doesn't
weird.
exist anymore.
Anson, who calls everyone a liberal, agreed that this
Yeah.
dude's probably on the right. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
No.
because most
Wait,
people
that is
view
crazy.
politics incorrectly. They view politics in left-right spectrum as opposed to authoritarian and anarchy spectrum, which is more important. Y'all did that test. Y'all know the difference. Most people fall in the top right quadrant in terms of politics in the United States.
Can we pull up the chart?
Authoritarian right. They're just in various
Anson, why
degrees
does your
of the
voice sound
authoritarian
like you've
right.
been? I don't even know, man. Are you sick?
They're not.
Your voice sounds
No,
like
that's
so different.
that's absolutely not correct.
It's just
That
that
is
he's
absolutely correct.
No. Authoritarian
arguing
right
with
would be
himself.
monarchist.
Yeah.
Most people are on the left side. They're
Authoritarian right is
libertarian
not just
authoritative, okay?
Authoritarian
they are-
right is not just monarchy.
They're libertarian authoritarians.
They're
That's
not,
what they
they're
are.
not, they're
Fish
not
shower beer.
libertarian.
Jordan,
They're
Jordan,
libertarian
Jordan,
authoritarians.
No. You listen to me, motherfucker. You listen to me. Confluence,
Well,
you
you
need to take
listen
the
to
shower
me.
beer right now.
Easy breezy. Easy.
All right, I'll
I am
take
giving
it.
you a shower beer. There you go, my friend. There you go.
Turn on the shower.
Holy fuck. That Whoopi Goldberg,
There's
she
a
wants son of
dono
a gun.
goal
She
for
ain't
me to
got no
turn on the
eyebrows.
cold water, and then a dono goal for you to turn on the hot water. So depending on what you want.
What
me to
is the
suffer
donor
with, you know,
goal?
$30.
Oh, and that Oprah Winfrey out there. Holy crow, she won.
Wait,
every son of a
okay,
gun.
people, $30 for him to turn on the water.
Yeah, $30.
I
He
have a
gets
question
wet
for
for
Emmett.
$30. He's a cheap whore.
$30 make you holla.
$30.
Emmett, do you
When the
think
echo
that it was
chambers
right?
have, I don't even know what we're talking about, Geovery, so I don't even know how it could be possibly an echo chamber.
This is why I
Emmett.
took steps to watch the Shoe on
Yeah.
Head video preemptively because I knew we
Yeah,
weren't
do
gonna
you
get to it.
do you think it was better that Goku defeated Frieza, or do you think
No,
that
we're not talking about
Vegeta
we're not talking about gay
defeated
shit.
Frieza?
Even though I do enjoy
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
I think
Yeah.
they're
We're
retarded.
not talking about gay
I
shit.
agree with
No.
that.
Frieza's my favorite character. I love the monkey quotes.
Well, he
Fuck
calls
that's
everybody
for
monkeys. I
Geoverse.
was
Yeah,
literally
fucking,
used to that,
it's
like,
fucking
you look-
hilarious.
You know what? If we could
Soda.
just get Big Soda on run the stream, we could probably actually get through it.
Remember when he was Black Frieza and, and then he's like, I'm going to say it, Goku. I can't let you say
I
it.
made that
The
meme.
word
I'll
Frieza.
post that meme in the Discord.
Y'all are gonna
Yes,
make me
please.
actually start the video. Holy shit,
Yes,
that's
please.
crazy. I didn't think you guys could be this retarded that I'd
Well,
actually.
that's
watch
our
the
job,
video.
Confluence.
Oh,
Our
wait.
job is to remind you to watch the video.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I actually
Dumbass.
do really want to watch this video. This came out 2 hours ago, okay? And as you know, ShoeOnHead is one of my sim passes, okay?
Why
It
the
is what
hell
it
do you
is.
want to watch the video?
Is it because she has dick sucking eyes?
No, it's because she's
Actually-
trans.
K2, do you want me to remind you who else you said had dick sucking eyes? Do you want me to remind you, K2? I'm not going to say it.
I don't
I'm not
remember
going to say
any
it.
of
Say it. Say it.
Do you
Say
remember,
it.
K2? Do you remember?
Say it.
I should. Okay, I will
Say
say
it.
I showed.
Say
I
it.
don't.
Say it. Say
ShoeOnHead-
the name.
I felt
ShoeOnHead
like it was a
famously looks
trap,
like-
so I didn't say anything.
No, not true.
Hey,
ShoeOnHead
yeah.
famously looks like Boxy, if you know who Boxy is. And
Oh,
I showed K2
goated
a photo of
Boxy. What happened to
and I said,
Boxy?
do you think this person has dick sucking eyes? And if you know, you know it. And K2's
No,
like,
I did not
yes.
answer
And I'm
that.
like,
I did not
pause.
answer that.
You did
Not
so.
Boxy.
It's
I
on
did
the-
not.
You did
I
so.
said
And
this
then
sounds-
you're like,
this
oh, I
seems
didn't
like a
see it. I
trap.
saw it from the corner. I looked at
I
it like,
said this seems
freaking-
like a trap
Great
question. I'm not going to
Oh,
answer.
I have the stream. I have the freaking VOD. Yeah, W
Mhm.
Boxy, the queen. Okay, but you
My
shouldn't
name is
really say it. You shouldn't say that. Yeah, you should say that. But K2 was driving. Okay, you know, so we'll forgive him for his indiscretion.
On a lot.
Yeah, she does. She's like Boxy coded. She's like Timu Boxy, like for real. She even calls herself that. I think.
On a scale from lot lizard to 10, she's probably like a 7 to K2.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen
pretty
to
high.
a fucking squirrel talk. I have enough goblin in my life already. I'll be seeing
This
you.
girl's so
The
fucking
only
Alright,
thing you're
and-
goblin is somebody's dick.
Hold on.
See, he never allows. He just fucking drops.
On a
never
scale of lot
finishes
lizard
it.
to 10.
Can someone categorize this person for me? Is
That's
she on
just
the
Emmett.
right or left?
I think she's like
She
centrist.
is. She's a socialist, but she gets called right wing because she does like. She's kind of like an anti-woke socialist. Would be like a very low resolution way to describe her.
So
She
she's
is a
she's
socialist.
left wing, Keelan.
So she's a communist.
Hold on.
She's
Yeah,
not
Wayne
communist.
Jane.
She like
either
she
you're a
wants.
socialist or you're not.
She calls
so she's a
herself a
communist?
socialist. She calls
So she's a
herself a
communist?
socialist. She wanted Bernie Sanders.
So she's a
But
communist.
I don't know if she
Typical old
wants like
plain Jane.
full social. I don't know, but she calls herself that. But she's like, yeah, she's like, she has like a largely kind of center right, center left audience because she's like kind of like she's like socially pretty like conservative. It seems.
And a
So,
communist.
Yeah,
She's like-
she believes in universal health care. Bernie. Yeah, she's definitely like left wing, but
Yeah.
She believes in
Like,
universal health care. That makes her left wing. What the fuck?
Yeah, it does.
no, I'm saying
and
universal
the fact
health-
that
By
First of all,
definition,
well,
does.
in America it does. But second of all, no, she calls
well,
herself a
plus
socialist.
Bernie.
Okay?
I mean,
Yeah, the Bernie thing, the socialism. She's always railing against the core
Bernie's
post.
in the center.
Somebody,
What?
somebody in her comments tell her to check out.
Fuck up with your like.
Somebody go to her
bastard.
comments.
Fuck that guy.
Somebody go to her comments and tell her to check out the Confluence review.
I'm just seeing
She
how
can
far
sue
I
him.
can push Ansa tonight.
Yeah, her husband is pretty right wing. That's true. I don't know.
There's no
British
fucking way
outrage
she's a
based on
socialist if
matters.
she's married to someone who's right wing. There's no way.
Yeah, it's crazy, Keelan, how myopic you are. That you're like, hey, socialists can only be with other socialists. It's
You don't understand that the woman was the first proletariat.
World.
You don't understand that the woman was the first proletariat. You bastard.
I do. You told me that 5 days ago, so I do understand that. How about that?
Confluence is in the
Keelan, you're gonna actually like this girl. I think. I mean, she's like gonna rail against the sun in this video. I'm pretty sure.
What's that, K2?
Friend.
I swear
Say
I thought I heard you say Confluence is gay.
Yep.
No, he didn't say that. No, he would never say that.
Confluence is gay. Confluence is coming out.
Right, we're gonna start the video. Okay, we're gonna get detailed.
We're gay.
Keelan, have you never seen this person? By the way, have you never watched ShoeOnHead?
When I told you that like this is the only panel I join and it's usually the only time I'm on YouTube, like I wasn't lying.
Based. That's how all of you should be. My whole audience. Whatever Keelan just said, you should all follow that. Okay.
Sorry,
This is the only
hold
channel
on.
any of you need. The only channel. All your news, all your entertainment, all your YouTube.
Disavow.
About the Nightcore
I
playlist.
unsub.
What about the Nightcore playlists?
Yeah,
Well,
I micro.
I'll allow that. I'll allow the Nightcore playlist. I'll
I
allow that.
microdose Confluence and I fill up on socialist rhetoric otherwise.
I'll allow that too. I'll allow. You shouldn't consider macro dosing, but I'll allow the micro dose. Okay.
I unsubbed.
I have be blocked. I didn't block you, Economicast or Economic Cost. I mean,
It's probably Maryland
Or Stacy.
because we all heard about that.
wait, what? Oh, we
D-block.
don't need to be spreading around Keelan's bigotry when he used his misogynistic rhetoric against someone who is clearly in emotional distress. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want me to say the word right now?
Look,
If you
Keelan, a
come up,
woman.
yes. If
Does
you
it
come
start
up,
with
yes.
an
Don't threaten
N
me with a
and
good
end with
time.
an R?
No, I mean
neighbor?
like with a hard R. Like how
Yeah. If you come up.
Neighbor.
No, not you, K2. Not you, Keelan. If you
I
come
said
up.
neighbor.
I'll full screen even.
I
Keelan.
was-
Neighbor.
Why
Are you
was she
shy?
Norwood
You getting
encoded
some
and saying
stage
NWA?
fright?
I
You
was
getting some
really-
stage fright, Keelan?
Man,
Keelan-
I wouldn't want him to be my neighbor.
in
What?
If you need help, I'll help.
defense-
Keelan, if you need help, I'll help you.
Keelan, in Maryland's defense, any woman who's seen that much black cock has earned the right to say that word.
That's what Marilyn did say, kind of. Well, that's not exactly what she said, but she did say, she did use that line. But my baby
she
mama,
doubled-
my baby dad is black. That was her.
double down in
response.
the way that like ensured I would never add her back as a friend.
Keelan, she was obviously, you talk about like reading people and stuff. She was obviously emotionally very distraught that day, right? Like, let's be honest. She was incredibly emotionally distraught.
Oh no, she's emotionally distraught.
Yeah, and she's a woman, so she
Well,
can't help it.
In any other context, you're like, we have to look at the dialectical materialist way that people got to their position and why they think the way they do. And when it comes
Equals
to
MC
I have
squared.
You have
literally
said
never
that. You have said that.
Confluence.
When are we gonna start the
I
video?
do not have to be friends with anyone who I don't want to be friends with.
You're so close, Confluence. It's pulled up.
Bro.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Probably
Stop
tomorrow.
eyeballing
Click
everybody.
the button.
I can
right,
understand why
tomorrow.
someone would be upset while also saying they're a piece of shit and not wanting to talk to them.
how am I
Yeah.
sweeping for that testy? Look, I was the first one to say I was like shocked when I saw Marilyn say this. I was shocked, okay? But
Why
I
don't you
have
crawl on
standards.
up your testy?
I'm saying
on.
she was obviously
Yay.
she wasn't doing mentally well. We like that. We can't not take that into account. We can't not take that into account. Okay. That's all I'm
Confluence
saying.
is doing
That
unmentally
doesn't
well.
justify it.
I'm not saying it justifies it. I'm just saying we have to look at the dialectical materialist circumstances in which people find themselves in.
You're
all I'm saying.
dialecting these nuts.
It was
Kill
kind of the
streak video.
funniest thing to happen to me in the Discord, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was That was like,
Yeah, Maryland was not happy. Oh, here's Testy. Good. I could rip his fucking balls off.
What's up, Testy?
I was summoned, so
Hike your balls.
We're never starting this video.
no, I
How am I
knew this. I
sweeping?
predicted this.
How am I sweeping Testy if I'm just saying someone's emotionally upset, they're not doing mentally well at the time, they might say some wild
TJ,
shit
doesn't
that
he
they
look like
wouldn't
he's in
normally
the
say.
shower?
Yeah, he does.
Look like he's in the shower.
I actually like the tile work. I think it looks better than your regular stream setup, to be honest.
Rage
Oh,
Page,
wow,
you got to
thank
make the shower fluence card.
No, well, so okay, well, one, you are making an inference. You're assuming that she's upset because of the way that she's speaking. You don't know exactly unless you maybe have something.
Oh, that'd be a water.
I
type.
do.
Also-
I know she was upset. Yes.
Okay, well then,
Well,
see, that's
influence card.
information that we as like the public don't have. And also, I felt like Big Soda was being extremely like treating her with extreme kid gloves the entire time.
He was. Yeah,
And
I felt
yeah.
horrible for Big Soda, and I felt bad for Marilyn because I knew she was crashing out and wasn't doing well. There's just an awful situation. But yeah, like.
But I feel like, but you just being like, well, she's going through some shit, and it's just like, well, we don't know any of that shit. And I kind of like, I agree with Kit. Like, for me, I changed my opinion of her, where I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I've also been very sympathetic towards Marilyn, and I think that at the end of the day, like, if you are upset or something, you should walk away. You shouldn't engage. Like, it's your shit is on you. You should deal with your own shit.
Come on, man. That's so right wing coded. That's fucking that's conservatardness. Okay.
Okay, it's not just the
mean,
right. It's like the way that you engage with people. So it's like I told this story in the Discord and then I deleted it because I was like, you know what, this actually isn't my place. But I'll recount it really quick if you give me like 30 seconds. There was a kid I knew in high school. He was like mentally off. His name was Robert. And like one time we had a computer lab, which back then was like a big deal. One time we found him jerking off in the computer lab, like he was watching porn, and like he was ridiculed by everybody. He was constantly, he just had like a bit of a speech impediment. You could tell he was a little bit slow, and I like just because of the way I was raised, I was just like my mom always wanted me to be like friendly to all like the freaks and geeks. So like I was polite to him. I was nice to him. You know, I didn't bully him. And one time he dropped something in the hallway, and I picked it up and I handed it back to him. And then I was just like, I was on my way out. I was like, hey, have a good one. And he looked at me and he said, you're a jerk. Well, he said it with his speech. He's like, yeah, we're a jerk. But he thought he didn't understand because he was so used to being made fun of. He thought that I was making fun of him. And so he thought that I was being a piece of shit. And so the reason I relate that story is like, I feel like even the people that treat Marilyn super well, like, I will fully admit tons of people give her shit and I think it's warranted, some of her reactions, but when the people who are kindest to you and you're still being an asshole to them, at that point you got to fucking check yourself.
Okay, wait, okay, I have two things to say. First of all, thank you, bottom of YouTube fan, for the gifted membership, which went to Rage Page. Couldn't have gone to a better person.
It went to a mod
right now.
It went to a mod, yeah. There's some
wait a minute.
some nepotism going on.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
But okay, Testy. Okay, two things. So I had a similar thing. There was a kid that was kind of similar to what you're talking about, not as bad, and he got made fun of a lot. And one day I saw him like looking at anime stuff on the school of computers in high school, and I tried to like honestly engage him. I was like asking him questions, and he was like cursing me out, and I was like, no, I'm serious. But he just thought that he's so used to people making fun of him that he thought I was making fun of him. I was actually like trying to like connect with him and like be friendly toward him, and he just was thinking I was just like fucking with him the whole time, and it was like, oh, okay. But the other thing is with Marilyn, if you watch that whole thing, if you listen to that whole thing, she didn't realize that was Big Soda.
Yeah.
90% of the crash out, she thought that was some random person because his name is different on Discord. She had no idea that was Big Soda, right? So she wouldn't have acted that way to Big Soda, is my argument. She thought it was some random person, and yeah, it was still a crash out. It was still like. But we also the third thing is we also all know Mara, right? It's not like she's like that strange kid that we just try to be friendly to sometimes. We all know her quite well, right?
Everybody's had their crash out moments.
I forgave her. I just didn't want her to leave.
Another one.
I know she gets jumped
Thank
on a
you,
lot.
bottom of YouTube fan.
Don't go to
appreciate
another
it.
mod.
I mostly agree with you, but I also like I'm on Keelan's side in the sense that like I don't think that he has to be charitable or like forgiving based on those circumstances. Like
No, I'm not saying he has. I understand it's really untoward. I understand that. I obviously like I have a soft spot for Maryland. Okay, but I'm saying it's obvious that she wasn't doing well. It's obvious that she well, sometimes she says crazy stuff to begin with. So when she's in an emotional state, she's gonna say really crazy stuff. But we know she's got a sweetheart. Everybody agrees with that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even Avarice, who constantly calls her a whore and a bitch. Avarice says that she's like a kind-hearted, sweet person. He says that openly. He'll say that on panel. So that this is what I mean. This is what we're dealing with. So we have to. I'm not saying that Keelan specifically. Obviously, that there is a line. I understand that. If who am I to say? I get that, but I'm also saying there should be maybe some grace given to just understanding maybe what she's going through and shit like that.
And to be fair, she didn't mean it racially. She just meant it as an ignorant term.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can talk more about it when she's up or something.
Okay, I mean, I'll reply to
that
this.
might go worse.
First of all, saying she didn't mean it racially, just as a term to call Big Soda, that doesn't fucking matter. Why is it the term that it is what we have to think about? It's because it treats black people like they're bad, right? Just like Kunas in Louisiana. My analyst said that to me on a call, and I'm like, what are you even saying? You're comparing white people to black people because you're acting like black people are bad. There's context to this and reasons why I would be upset, no matter who's called it, that they said it.
I agree.
You can only be half mad there.
And
you can't be
the
full
second
mad.
thing is, you have no idea how much grace I give people.
We should all be racist. On the panel today.
That's fine. I'm saying that maybe you should give Marilyn a little bit more. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, Keelan's almost near.
I mean,
nearly out of grace.
You ain't gotta, Keelan. You ain't gotta forgive her or anything. But hey, I mean, I forgave her. I know the heat of the moment. I know arguing with some Orthodox people and some Christians can kind of get her more in a combative mood. And she's used to every time she says something to have someone jump down her throat. So there's some grace with it. I mean, she shouldn't have said that word, but at the end of the day, I mean, I kind of understand why she said it. And as long as I understand why she said it, I don't think there was that much ill intent behind it. I think she was trying to quickly jab at me because I'm criticizing her idea, which she's used to being criticized 24/7.
And she probably thought you were black too.
I guess the last thing is I did give her grace. All I did was unfriend her. I didn't do anything else other than
That is true.
I don't continuously call her that. I call her that at that time because of what she said. I'm not continuously calling her that outside.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy you'd call a woman a bitch, though. That's wild.
It was shocking.
I respected you more, Keelan, before you said that. And then when you said that, I secretly unfriended you.
That's the first time in my life I've ever called a woman that. Usually it's men, like the dude.
You can't claim it no more.
I only call men. The only exception was Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's the only woman I called a bitch for a while, but... No.
Yeah, I'd personally never call a woman that.
That's
incredibly short.
I only call men.
I'm on your side. I wouldn't. There's nothing a woman could do to me that would make me stoop so low that I'd call her a bitch.
Impossible.
This is where the gaslighting starts.
One time I called a woman a bitch in college, and then everybody started hating me.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You deserved it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I've encountered people
this was in the
being called
Discord,
that
Brandon. This wasn't on stream or anything. It was just in a Discord, and she called Big Soda without knowing it was Big Soda. It was a crash out. It was a crash out. And I'm just saying, if I said that, Keelan, I understand why you'd be infuriated with me. But Marilyn is not me, and I'm not Marilyn. I guess is what I'm saying.
Brandon, if you want to read it, go to the philosophy
on a normal day.
Yeah, the offending statement was removed, but everything else is there.
Well, I can send you the screenshot of it. I have it.
Oh,
see, now I'm going to block Rage Page for being a cunt.
She's kind of freaking out in chat. I don't know what's going on.
Is that the first time you've called a woman mad?
Holy shit. I was gonna say I can think of worse words, but he just said it.
You can't say that word. You're not Australian.
Dude, I like that Red. Sorry, I like Red Gooner like almost being woke. He's like, don't use the N word unless you are one. It's like he's trying. Like, I don't know if that's the right sentiment that you're trying to convey.
I want to have an on-panel conversation with Red Eye Gooner because some of the shit he says is fucking hilarious.
I don't think
it depends who you're asking, Edward. To be honest with you,
I mean, Paige grew up in like the deep south, and she said some shit. Like
90% non-serious.
This is not an excuse, but I do understand like culturally, people who have grown up around that language are a lot more free with those words, and the connotation does kind of change. But having said that, you have no control over how your words are received, right? So like it's fine. You can. I hate when people are like, "Well, I didn't mean it this way." It's like that's not really up to you, right? Like how people receive things is not up to you. So like,
how you mean it is up to you, but how other people perceive it is up to them. But how you mean it that's purely up to you.
Well, but I'm saying when I say it's not up to you how it's received. It's like yes, by using certain types of language or certain phrasing, whatever it might be, that's out of your control. So it's like when people are like, "I'm not an asshole." It's like you don't really get to determine that. You know, it's like that.
What if?
That's more what
everybody can tone police the way they want to. I mean,
well, so tone policing. I mean, I know that gets thrown around a lot. I think that like
that's what it is, though. It's like I hear you saying this, but I'm understanding it differently, and I'm understanding it this way, and it's like
to me,
not, you know.
Well, to me, tone policing is like I disagree, or I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just don't like the words that you're using to say it. In this case, it's like I disagree with. I don't know.
You got a point. No, you're right. You're right.
Tone policing has become kind of like. You could say like when.
So what would be the term for that?
A bunch of stuff, and I'll say I don't like it. People will be like, "Oh, you're just tone policing." And I'm like, I'm not. It's not a tone issue. It's like I'm saying specific quotes I don't like, and people will be like, "That's just tone policing." I'm like, I don't know if that.
Yeah, you're right.
I get what I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I think the intent has to matter. I'm not saying it's everything, but there's definitely situations where someone says something to me. I remember the famous crash that I had on Doomerang, where he said Confluence lies all the time.
Yeah.
I was drunk and I took that seriously and I got really mad. And then when he came up on panel, he's like, I was just joking. Then like I was like, oh, okay, I completely like misread that, and I wasn't mad at all because even though I'm interpreting the words, once I found out his intent, then I'm like, oh, I misread the situation, right? So like the intent has to matter, I think, right?
I mean, I would agree, but what I'm saying is like if I let one of these words slip, and like me amongst friends, right? Like we've all been, I don't know, I've said slurs before, right?
I've never.
No.
I would agree that the intention, like when I'm talking to my friend, is entirely different, right? I know how it's going to be received, but if somebody overhears me and they don't have that context, like by me using that language, it's like I think that's kind of the risk that you're running, where it's like they don't know you from like a hole in the wall, right? So, like you're sort of accepting that your intention doesn't mean shit in that moment. Like if other people are going to, I don't know, be privy to it, I guess.
Yeah, like if I called, like I said, I called my female friend a bitch, and she knows I'm joking, and she's fine with it. But if she got offended, I wouldn't be like, "Well, my intention was fine. Fuck you." Right? I'd be like, "Oh, well, no, I didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that then." Right? So it's a mix of the two.
Really, I don't understand what the big deal is. It's obvious that Marilyn isn't racist. I mean, she's fucked how many black dudes? She's got a half black kid. Like what the hell, right?
I'm not racist. It's my fetish.
I swear I was just going to say that, though.
Words aren't racist inherently. But like a person is racist. The intention of the person is racist, not the word. Yeah. There's no such thing as a racist word.
But I get how. Okay, I mean, look, there's no real white slurs, but I could understand, I can empathize in the fake and gay way, right? That if I was some minority group and someone like called that or said that word, I could understand why that would be like, you know.
And you tell them to get the fuck over it.
No, I'm not. That's easy. I don't want to be like woke, but that is easy for me to say, being not a minority. What's someone going to call me? A honky?
You are a fucking minority, Confluence.
Cracker.
Well, yeah, I guess that's technically true.
So you saltine
those words are like water off a duck's back, because it's like,
I bet you can fucking swim
time, you know, like it's crazy. But like if I was some like minority or oppressed group or something, like it probably would hit differently. I just have to imagine it would be a different thing, right?
Especially a fucking oppressed group. That's fucking like Marxist marginalization language, where you're what does that even mean? This group is oppressed compared to that group, so they belong in this
how is that
portion hierarchy where the government has to come in and fix it?
No,
that's
okay. Now you're making me even. How is that? Okay. I don't know if we're talking past each other. I'm not even talking necessarily now. I'm saying like in the antebellum South, we would all say that black people weren't an
Nope.
oppressed group.
I
hopefully.
absolutely would not.
No?
There were thousands of black
Really?
slave owners in the American South.
Yeah, and there were. Okay,
Confluence, you need another shower beer. Here you go.
that's insane. I do
It's
need
not.
one. Thank
That's
you.
the truth. It's a fact. There were
No, I
thousands
know.
of
I
black
know there was.
slave
I know
owners.
there
Shower
was, I know
beer.
there was black slave owners, but there's obviously
Thousands.
per capita there was a lot more black people that were slaves than black people that were slave
Yeah,
owners, right?
But you're speaking in monoliths like a fucking bigot. You're like this.
No, I'm
entire
not.
group of
Look at
people
those
is
dicks
codified.
sucking
No, I
Guys,
didn't.
it's
No,
fucking
no, you're
bullshit.
taking it. You're taking it as a monolith.
You're a
I'm
fucking
not
bigot,
saying it as a
dude.
monolith.
Confluence is doing
I'm
bigot
not saying it.
things. Look at all these,
I'm not
all
saying
these
it as
put
a
upon
fucking
black people. They can't lift them
Y'all
themselves
thought
up
we
by
were gonna
their
watch a
bootstraps.
video.
I'm
Only
not saying
them.
it as a monolith. You're taking it as
Look
a
at those dick
monolith.
sucking eyes.
If I say the Jews were oppressed in World War II by Nazi Germany, I'm not saying every single Jew had to be oppressed for my statement to be true. If you take it that
Oh
way,
yeah, with their
that's not
giant
fucking you.
swimming pool.
Yeah, like George Soros, the guy.
Yeah,
who
like an
propped them up.
absolutist. What the fuck?
Yeah, obviously that's not what I mean when I say if I say a group is if I say the freaking Bosnians were like genocided during the fucking Kosovo war. I'm not talking about every single if you can point to one Bosnian, you've proved me wrong. No one fucking means that, right? I'm not saying that.
No, I was talking. No, you specifically pointed to a common trope, which is that in the American South it was black people being put. There were lots of freed black slaves who were in the same white hierarchy, and the racism that came after Reconstruction leveled
Jews
that and
that
made a
owned the
lot of
slaves'
the
house.
higher
There's a lot of-
black people back into the lower class, right?
I don't care.
There
I know
was a
there's
totally
I
different
know-
hierarchical system that existed antebellum.
Are you saying I know, but if you're denying that it was like race based, that's
It
insane,
was not
right? I'm not-
absolutely. It
Yeah,
was
no,
not
there's
race-based.
a lot of
I'm not saying
slaves
there
that were ceded the land and shit too, and titles.
I understand, but
Like-
we're talking on like some type of per capita level here, right? We're not saying
Audio
like
gave out.
I'm not saying every black person has to be a slave in the antebellum South for it to be like black people being
Look at those
oppressed, right? That
dick-sucking
would be
eyes.
ridiculous. No one's saying that.
Look at those.
But
dick
obviously,
sucking eyes.
obviously there
okay.
was obviously there's a racial component.
Let,
So I
let
don't
your
even know.
white guilt out. It's okay.
I don't have white fucking guilt, but we can't. If we're gonna say insane stuff, we have to acknowledge it's a little insane.
It's not insane.
Wait, did
Fix
Keelan
that
drop
guy.
out?
He did, yeah. He got
Hold on.
upset by all the race talk.
I think he's got to do math.
Well, he did say that yesterday.
Well, he's doing math a lot because he does a lot of math.
I was triggering him shitting on Malcolm X.
He microdosed the panel enough, but he's like, I gotta get out of here.
It's enough dopamine.
Does his white half do the math? Because math is racist.
I mean,
That
I
is
think all of them
true.
do the math.
When he does 2 + 2, does he get 4 or 5?
That
Oh,
is not real math, and Keelan would tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't.
The only real math apparently is like analysis, which I don't fucking understand.
Yeah,
Is that
that
just
sounds
because of the word real in
bacon
front of
gay.
it?
Where's
Sounds
Kirk
gay.
when we need him?
Yeah, we need
Somebody's
someone to
probably
pick on.
need him.
Asshole.
Let's pick everybody. Let's pick on Confluence.
Let's not. Okay, we're
Confluence
gonna
is
move from the race
gay.
talk. We're
Look
going
how
to
gay he
the
looks in the shower.
Yeah,
we're
for
going
real.
to the
That's
shoe on
okay.
head talk. And again, $30 for me to turn on the water. Okay,
See how long he
you
lasts
start
in the
that-
shower.
Start that dono train going. Okay, you get
Yeah.
to pick
Probably-
between hot water and cold
he probably
water.
doesn't even have anything on underneath his t-shirt.
Yeah, make
He's
it
in the
rain on
shower.
Confluence.
He's not even wearing any
Yeah.
pants.
Why would
how
I?
how
I
much
never
does
wear
the
pants
stream
on
need to make
stream.
for there to be Confluence shower stream? Let's be real here.
$30
Yeah,
apparently.
If he only has
Yeah,
to reach
I mean-
over and turn it on, then
Yeah,
more
it's
money.
like
That's
it's like
even
it's
more.
so close. It's so close. The handle is right there.
I mean, hot tub
we're going to
streamers are a
Shoe
thing.
on
Why
Head.
not shower stream? Okay, here we go. Video starting.
Boo.
Your eggs are drying up.
Whoa.
If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30.
Are we
and
doing
they
this like
suddenly
Mystery
wake up and
Science
get
Theater
what we call
3000, or are we
baby
just
fever. But what about the men?
watching?
Do their sperms rot?
I don't know what
Do
that
their
means.
balls shrivel up into
You never
little
watched
raisins
Mystery
and
Science
die?
Theater
Do they wake
3000?
up one day and get
this
baby?
gonna get taken
never
down
even heard
Do
of it.
men have a
No, Shoe on Head is goaded, and she knows.
Oh my God.
She knows me. Shoe on Head fucking knows me. She's not gonna.
Has
she's
anybody-
not gonna claim my
Knows
stuff.
you
Ever-
personally? Is this
He's looking at
parasocial or-
you.
Does
She's
anybody
looking
know
at
what
me
I'm
right
talking
now.
about?
No,
This is parasocial as fuck, boy.
First
Yeah,
of all, I'm not
Confluence is a
fuckboy.
parasocial fuck boy.
Second of all, if she actually knows me, it's not parasocial. Okay.
Yeah, but if she does, she actually know you though? Is she known by? Well, she's known by Confluence, but
If I know, I
Somebody,
got hunter
somebody go
Did
to
you stalk her?
channel, tell
No.
her to watch the Confluence review.
to be
Should she have a
fair,
restraining order against your Confluence?
Oh no, she does not. We got
oh,
everyone in chat pick on gay fluence. No, chat. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to him specifically. K2, I can't heart your comment, but imagine I'm hearting it with my mind because I don't have my Chromebook up right now and I can't heart on StreamYard. It's okay. But it's the intent that counts. If you think about
Biological
it.
Inshallah.
clock in the same way women do.
That's-
I've briefly joked
that's
about
gay.
this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I
Boxer
did a few
briefs,
months
rage
ago
page,
actually
if you
went
want
viral
to know.
recently
Okay.
thanks to the VTuber Smuggalana.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock. It's not physical, but spiritual.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start.
That's true. Wait, who on this panel doesn't have kids? Okay.
I don't.
Is it me, Testy? Oh, actually, no. Actually, it's me, Teo, Testy, and is that it?
I can't afford children.
And
Me,
K2.
jackass.
And K2. Yeah.
Yeah, no kids.
Okay, so we got some. Now, do you guys feel a biological clock? Because I feel that. I want to have kids. I want a daughter making me pancakes. Don't threaten me with a good time. You guys
So
agree?
Shit.
there's something with like old sperm or whatever. Like it's similar with women. I don't think that there's a high, as high of a risk of genetic defects, but I personally think it's like irresponsible to have children when you're like, I don't know, 55, 60 or something. Like that just seems a little fucked up because you're gonna die when your kid's like 20, and then or
What
like,
if there's a means or a way to take care of them,
sure,
even after you're
Do you
dead?
have a
I guess
trust fund?
like an axiomatic thing. I think, and this is just a
Yeah, yeah. All right, I got you.
Well, no, I think it's I think that like the greatest
Tell
thing
your
you
young hot
deprive-
wife to find a simp.
but I think
Confluence.
the biggest thing you could deprive your kids of is probably yourself. Like, yes, it would be nice
Yeah.
to have money saved up and all these things, but like, having time with them to help shape them into whatever. So that's
Also,
more,
food. If you
That's
deprive your kid
fucking-
food.
That's fucking retarded, Ted.
Yeah, but
What the
that does
fuck,
kind of
dude?
suck, though. I mean, even if you give birth, like what if you have a kid and you accidentally die like a year later or some shit? It's like depriving the kid of time and joy.
I 100% agree, and as I'm saying, this is just like a personal opinion thing, so it's like a take it or leave it. But I just think that like it's not like sure you get hit by a bus tomorrow, but it's more like you're basically guaranteeing like, or there's also a much higher rate that they'll have to like care for you or watch you sort of in your like twilight years. Like that would be difficult. So I don't know. For me, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, even being able to like take
No.
care of the same thing like a year or 10 years or 50 years down the road. I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean,
No, I don't fucking get what he's saying. Don't give him any grace on this. Testy, look, this is the dumbest fucking thing you've ever said. Think
Okay.
of everyone who came before you who reproduced. And then it gets to you and you're like, well, I'm too old and tired now and my balls might not work right. So all of the thousands of generations that came before me and all of the toil and work that they did to get me to this point, fuck all of them. That's the most
you got a
selfish
point.
fucking
Anson has
shit
a point.
somebody can fucking say.
I mean,
Kind of big.
that's fair enough. I mean, I just feel differently.
You gotta think, cavemen were fucking dragging their nuts on the ground.
I'm not saying
yeah,
that.
they didn't give a fuck
Testy.
about money
Good
or
for
anything
you.
else.
Look,
They
I'm
were
not
fucking
Muted and
dragging
what it's hilarious.
I'm not
balls.
saying that you shouldn't have children. I
Z.
just think that there's some level of irresponsibility to it. Like if you
Confluence is
ultimately,
gay.
Confluence.
Can anyone hear me? Oh wait, now I'm back. Okay, sorry. I was trying to ask Tessie, are you saying if you haven't had, are you saying you should just try to have kids earlier? Or are you
Why
saying
does she look
there
like
is
she
some
has Olympic
point
face though?
that if you have passed that, you ought not to have kids because you might like die early?
when I say that, I just think it's irresponsible because I think that like there's a higher likelihood that for
Irresponsible to wait, or irresponsible if you already find yourself at the age of like 45,
sure.
irresponsible to have kids?
yeah, like if you're I'd say like maybe let's say 50 or let's give it like 45, 50, sure, around that age.
This
That's kind
panel
of
makes me
retarded. I
want
kind of
to
agree with Anson. Yeah, that's kind of retarded.
Well, fair enough.
right
I'll stand alone on that one.
Yeah, we wouldn't have Theo Vaughn if it wasn't for his like 60-year-old dad impregnating that weird Brazilian woman.
Time about how he's like kind of resentful of his dad because it's like he wasn't there for him, and then
Yeah, he's got it so bad. He's so fucking famous.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for him, Peppy, obviously.
Yeah, isn't it better that Theo Vaughn exists than doesn't exist if you think about it?
I'm not talking about existing. I'm talking about like Theo Vaughn. This is like a traumatic thing for him. He talks about what it was like growing up with an old dad. He couldn't play fucking catch with him, and like all these fucking normal things that kids do with their parents. Like
that must suck to have someone that.
There would be no Theo Vaughn to complain.
I
Otherwise,
agree,
right?
but wouldn't it be amazing if his dad was around to be proud of him? Now he has this fucking hole.
And then
in
he
his
could
life.
Yeah, but that's
fucking heckle
impossible.
him from the
Because it'd be a
wheelchair
different sperm. It
while
wouldn't be
he's
Theo
playing
Vaughn
catch with
anymore.
his-
What about the
Hold
dad
on,
that
hold
wasn't
on here.
around?
Feel
Hold
like
on.
you
Holy
approve
shit.
of them. That's fucking dumb.
Hold
Your
on
children
here,
are supposed to constantly feel like they're letting you down. That's fucked up, Testy.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You know what? I don't have kids, so I'll defer to the people with kids.
They're not your fucking friends.
I agree.
You know
but
what? If
people
you're
want
that
the-
old, you
people want the approval of their
hire the
parents.
kid
That's
down.
the thing.
You hire the couple down, the father down the street to play catch with your son while you heckle him from the wheelchair.
Yeah,
You suck.
That works. You'll never be as good as me.
The people without kids on panel, do you guys agree with what she was saying? I guess, like, do you personally, in your own personal heart of hearts, do you guys want kids?
His Ozempic face. It looks like she's on the start of Ozempic face.
She's not on Ozempic. She's not on Ozempic.
I would. For me, the grass is always greener. So I think that if you have children, there'll be some level of regret because they'll be like, I could have done this and I could have done these things. But then I think, by the other token, I think if you don't have kids, you'll also regret it because it's like you get to bring this thing into the world and teach them your values and watch them.
Stop dodging, Testy.
No, I
dodging.
really think the grass is always greener. So when you say, do I regret it? Like as of right now, I don't. I'm okay with where
Not
I'm at.
regret. I'm not asking. I'm saying, do you want kids like right now, like in the future? Do you want? I'm not saying do you
sorry.
regret.
I think it would be nice. I think it would be nice. Yeah.
Based, red pilled.
I want kids.
Confluence, you're gay.
I would
What
like to have
about
10 more
K2
kids.
and Teo? I think
I
those are the
wouldn't.
kidless
I wouldn't
people here.
mind,
Want
but
kids?
And Stacy.
Based. Okay, what about you, Teo? Teo's gone. He just wants yo-yos. That's fine. That's
Hey,
fine.
Stacy, what do you think? Well, thanks for asking. I want more kids.
You
I
already
don't have
you know,
enough
as
kids.
It's like, sure, everyone wants more kids if you already have kids. You know, yeah,
Yeah.
I want more kids. Everyone wants more kids if they have kids.
I'll give
but,
you more
know.
kids, Rage Page. You
I'm
need a
gonna start
stud.
taking other
You
people's
pay me a
kids.
stud fee, I'll be over there.
well, I'm in the middle. I
Yeah, that's
guess.
some
I mean,
strategy, Big Soda.
I'll kidnap them from towers too. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. I'm not.
Minecraft towers. All right, okay. I just wanted to get a pulse check. And besides Teo, we didn't hear from him, but well, I'll catch him when he's back. Okay, he can't run forever.
A family. There is not much
Yeah, he will.
discussion about men's
All
desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
What are you?
First of all, okay, have you guys seen this video game? Because this has been caught. I sent a little thing about it, about
No,
Hasan
I've
I've
sewing
been
out
seeing
over it.
clips
Game. I only play
24/7.
Helldivers.
I heard
Okay,
it's
okay.
like PDF bait or something.
It's not at all. It's
No,
not.
okay.
That's
I don't know.
well, that's what the left is saying, and I think that's such a fucking self-own because I don't know who would.
Well,
there's nothing like I understand
okay,
the
well,
Japanese
fair
make
enough.
some games that
Play
are
the clip.
us, but
That's literally all I
Yeah.
heard about it. So
yeah, that's what people say. But just watch. I don't think you're gonna see anything that makes you feel that way.
I-03367, a state-of-the-art Pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you?
So the plot is that she's an android. This guy's on the moon, apparently. Maybe she's going to say this, but yeah, the guy's on the moon. He meets an android named Diana. Or that he names Diana.
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I don't think Confluence can hold a bond with anybody.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers, especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels.
I mean, having only watched that.
I bet you one of those came from Pesty's X account.
Yeah, probably.
That was pretty good.
If you're sitting around playing... If you're sitting around playing fucking video games, wondering why you're not fucking, fathering children, it's because you're sitting around playing fucking video games, and only fucking losers do that. Breeders don't do that, right? So be a breeder and stop playing fucking video games.
I'm trying, Hanson.
I will. Okay, look, I get the thing you're trying to say, Hanson, but the whole thing with this is that, okay, if you are someone who doesn't like talk to any people and you have no desire to like make a family, and then you play this game and you're like, you know what, maybe I should change my life, I would say that's a net positive. I would say that's a good thing. So that's my argument. It's it's kind of a bit like loser-esque to be like, it's only from playing a video game that now I want to have a wife and kids. But like, if it works, I mean, it fucking works, right?
No, the reason why the guys are sitting around playing fucking video games is because the women have economic choices. We let them get educations and let them go to fucking work. If they didn't have any choice to settle, then we'd have more men doing shit for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead, they're sitting around playing video games because they're perma children because they don't have a fucking wife to be responsible for them fucking kids.
I don't agree with that.
Well, because basically the same women are raising the kids too.
Yeah.
I only play Helldivers once a week.
You guys are all conservative.
I only play Silk Song once on the weekend, sometimes twice.
Except Teo. You guys are all conservative. Do you guys view that not having children is like a moral failing? Like if you don't have children in your life?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think people that don't want kids shouldn't have them.
No.
What age?
Stupid.
I think it is. I think it is I think it is the sign of like a decadent and retarded society, though, that so many people don't want kids. I wouldn't put any like, personal moral failing, but I think there's something societally wrong when the birth rate's so low and so many people are like not wanting kids.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put that on the individual.
Yeah, it is the fucking individual. If you're not taking up the responsibility and duty to pass on your genes to the next generation, then you're a fucking selfish prick.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it is necessary. You're a fucking selfish prick. Then fuck you.
Isn't this
I don't
for you
think
guys?
I'm selfish,
But
but at the same time, I know I'm not responsible enough to have to care for a child.
Problem, dude?
Because I acknowledge that once you have a child, your life is no longer the same.
It's called
about raising
growing the
that
fuck
human
up.
being.
You're fucking Peter Pan. You want to be a kid for the rest of your life.
Not necessarily. I enjoy my adult responsibility and my adult money, but I want to spend it on, other things rather than like having a child.
Raves.
Yeah. Me. No duty. No duty. Just me. Yeah, you're a fucking woman. That's what's wrong with you. You sound like a fucking woman.
Here's my counter. Is this not because the people when I come across this, because I'm like, I lean more on the side of like I would probably want to have kids, but yeah, I'm also just like I kind of don't care. Like I don't see it as like I guess essential as you guys do. But my counter is instead of being so critical and being like you're a woman or whatever, you're selfish. Isn't this like good for you then? Because the people that are going to have children are probably the people that you want having kids. Like why
not necessarily
the other people who aren't having kids?
Yeah, having kids will change your life.
Have kids that have kids, and those kids are just going to be raised to be fucked up.
No,
so what? Everybody's fucked up. The problem is that we have it so fucking good that we've lost perspective of what it was like to actually have it fucking bad. We're so fucking self-centered and selfish because of our extreme wealth and extreme opportunity that we don't want to indulge even a minor discomfort to do the duty that all of our ancestors did when they had way less than we did. Everyone that in this culture, in the Western culture, that doesn't want to have kids, it's a selfish fucking prick.
Please explain how boomers had less than me when they were in a booming economy because they bombed the shit out of Europe and every other industrially fucking.
Oh, you're a blame the boomer. Oh, boomer did it. Boomer took it from me. Where? Oh, I have it way worse than the boomer did. Are you fucking kidding me? What life was really like?
Can you afford to have property?
Hard. They have it fucking easy. That's a fucking like class narrative where you're like, oh, these old people took all of my opportunity instead of just like,
you must have enough capital to be able to support yourself
for my own fucking self, and I make something. I'm just gonna blame all of my problems on a generation that existed in the past instead of taking accountability in the present. You sound like a fucking woman.
How many houses does everyone know, clockwise and snakewise? Okay,
you're so fucking thick.
Only one. I'm working on my second.
Only one. I gotta get another one so I can be like the dude.
I also don't like this narrative about like ancestors. Like, who gives a fuck? Who cares what our fucking ancestors did?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares about tradition? Who cares
they
about all the toil of all the generations before us? Fuck humanity. Anti-natalist fucking trope. You fucking hate humanity. Why don't you go back to fucking India and ruin that fucking civilization?
Well, hang on. You're saying fuck the past and fuck the future. Just focus on the present. And to me, I think that's a bad life philosophy.
I don't necessarily know if I'm saying that either. I feel like I'm being pigeonholed a little bit.
And that's fair. That's fair. You are being a little pigeonholed. But I guess you're not really saying fuck the future, but you're saying it's okay for people to not care about the future. And then you just said you don't. Who gives a fuck about the past? And it's kind of like, well, that kind of leads to this.
Fair. I can see
selfish mindset. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I see the inference. I don't know, because like you could say it's like some biological imperative or whatever it is, but I think that you know what? Maybe I'll just bite that bullet. I do think that like being in the present, I don't think that's necessarily like a selfish thing to like want like Anson would probably say, because I've heard him say this before, some materialist realist materialist worldview or some shit. I don't want to misquote you, but I don't know.
Let me pin you down on that. Do you think you're more willing to do things that are beneficial now or 20 years down the road?
I would say both. I probably need more context because like I'm saving for retirement. That's like something.
True.
Like
okay. Well, let's say something you won't even get to see. Like you'll be long gone by the time the fruits are bared in this good act. So like, let's say we're voting on, hey, let's build the roads in 150 years. You would be less likely to vote on that, but more likely to vote on, hey, let's fix this problem right, or let's focus on the now and not worry about the later on.
Yeah, hold on. Let's Chief, you can fucking suck my dick, all right? I was getting to the nut of what he was saying. I was addressing his point. If you want to play fucking semantic games with me, you can wash my fucking balls.
Implying they won't get ripped off.
It's because Testy, I think there's a famous quote of like, a society's great when people plant trees that they'll never get the shade from.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you're less likely to do things that will make our society great and like long and I guess grand scheme or long term, but you'll be more unlikely to focus on every problem as it arises in the moment.
I think that's a pretty salient critique, and I think that like there is something to that, because my general sort of like way that I would think of it is that by improving the present, you are necessarily improving the future. And so that's, but there are things where it's like, yeah, you're right. Like if we continue to like, I know how people feel about environmentalism, but if we continue to cut down the trees and we're not replanting them at a sustainable rate, that obviously will have devastating consequences as well, right? Yep. So it is always a bit of a balancing of both. It's like, how do we optimize for now while still leaving something for the future generations. So I'm not like anti-natalist. I'm not kind of like just fuck future generations. But I think that if we can improve things in the now and the present, like that'll have like a domino effect. And then
you can't do that unless you have children. That's the only way to fix anything, because none of the things that you care about, none of the ideas that you have are going to be passed on to the next generation unless you do it for your fucking kids. Right, that's really how tradition, how demographics are changed. Right, is inside the household with your own fucking family. Right, and so if there's a whole generation of non-breeding liberal cucks like you, Testy, who don't want to have children, and only the conservatives like me who are breeding and telling their children, hey, watch out for the commies, they get free helicopter rides, then how do you think it's going to be in 30 years?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't get why you're so upset about it. This is good for your
because I love fucking people.
Right, so I don't view it as like. I mean, I think
as
you can
long as they're not Blue Jays.
Like, obviously, you can directly influence your children in like the most, I guess, directly. But I don't think that's the only way. Like, I think that having kids is often a mark of like hubris, because you want some sort of like legacy, and you want to be able to instill teach your own values and put them into this like thing. But I think that it often stems from like a good place. It doesn't necessarily mean that your kids are going to be anything like you or live your values. So I don't think that that's like a sure crack way of like getting the future that you want. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So Testy, have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you're the smart guy who doesn't fucking breed, and all of the fucking retards aren't thinking, oh, well, I wonder if it's a good time for me to have children. No, they're thinking, oh, I'm going to get my nut off on that bitch, right? That's what they're thinking. And so what the problem is that intelligent people who need to exist to keep the fucking civilization together are like, oh, well, I guess I better maintain my material comfort and my marginally advanced lifestyle instead of like having 5 or 10 kids, right? But you
should see it as a compliment, Testy, that Anson's getting so mad. He thinks you're smart.
I am. I only get pissed at intelligent people who don't want to have children, right? If you're a fucking retard, you don't need any kind of motivation whatsoever. If it feels good, you'll fucking do it.
Well, what started this? Because I even ultimately said, like, I think I would like to have children on someday. I think that would be nice. So I'm not like saying I'm against the prospect of it. What I'm pushing back against are more on the this is why I asked, like, does anybody see it as a moral failing? I think the people that either choose or just for life circumstances happen not to have children, that they shouldn't be like looked down upon or in some way denigrated just because that's the path that their life took. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure being put on, like, it's like a biological imperative, like you have to do this thing to be like a member of society in any meaningful way. That's the only thing I'm pushing back on.
No, you're alleviating the responsibility of the individual of the choices that they make. I can understand if you're defective, right? Like you don't have balls that work, or your ovaries dried up way too early, or like you're really fucking like dumb or really, really fucking ugly, right? Like those people shouldn't breed, right? Or if you're defective, if you're gimpy or whatever, right? Like you shouldn't breed. But like the normal people and the intelligent people, if you're just choosing not to breed, then yeah, you deserve a level of social shame for you lacking to fulfill your obligation to your culture.
Sure, that's a perfectly fair perspective to have. I guess I don't see it as the highest thing that a person can achieve, but I absolutely understand why people do think that. Like it makes sense.
On that note, if there are any available women in the chat, I'm looking for my third wife, and I am willing, even though I'm in my mid to early 40s, to have at least 5 or 6 more children. So hit me up.
Who on panel?
Okay, so you're just old and bitter.
Have kids.
I'm not.
Tyler, don't you even start with me. I can't have my 2 simp passes fighting with each other. That'd be fucking crazy. Okay.
You got to choose one.
I know.
And I don't think Tyler's gonna like the choice.
Yeah, I mean, he don't look like Shoe. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's probably more accurate than she is sometimes. Well, depends on you.
We're only like 30 seconds into the Shoe video, so how can people know they don't like or
We're
like?
2 minutes and 43 seconds. How dare you?
We haven't even got to the Razer ad yet.
We haven't
you're really gamer culture war slop.
It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor.
You fucking pre-watch. You fucking pre-watcher.
Well, yeah, I told you I
Dale.
did. I was upfront
Fuck
about
you.
that because I knew we'd never get to the fucking video.
How fucking dare you?
I pre-watched as a
fucking
responsible
dare
member
you.
of this panel sometimes.
Terrible
video.
How
times.
dare you?
Throughout
I think that
history, there
deserves
have
a
been
kick.
countless stories
For what it's
centered
worth,
around a
I didn't watch the whole
specific
thing.
dynamic. The adult
Good.
protector
Neither
and
will
a
we.
child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life.
I'm not gonna lie, The Last of Us made me feel some type of way in the same way that people were talking about Pragmata. I mean, I always wanted to have kids, but The Last of Us just like fucking made it so much worse. If you
What
ever
are you
have
doing
played
to
or
have
seen that
kids
game.
though, Confluence? Like that's like you and Testy
Trying to
both
meet-
said this. You're like,
trying to meet
I wouldn't
freaking
mind having
girl
kids.
fluence.
I'd have kids.
I-
Why aren't you having
that's
kids?
one of my-
Have kids.
That's one of my main life goals. I'm not just one of those, oh, I
Well,
wouldn't
what are you
mind having
doing?
kids.
What are you
I'm
doing?
Who
trying to
are
meet
you
people,
trying to
trying to get
impregnate?
car fluence, you know? There's a lot of stages, okay?
No, I don't. I don't
actively-
understand. Like it just takes your dick going into a chick without a condom on. Like it's not fucking complicated.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to
Are
get
the
married
condom
before I have
breaking?
kids. I'm not trying to just like fuck some 304 and like knock her up. Okay, I'm not as pro-natalist as you perhaps, Anson,
mean,
which I just think I
yeah,
should just jerk
you want
off into
kids?
the wind and hope my semen finds its way into a fertile womb. Okay.
Yeah, it's bound to hit something.
I think Glacier is his best bet.
You have a bunch
well,
of
you know.
Keelan.
Dirty.
And then
And
you're
she's
gonna have
black,
kids
so
like
she's probably
Keelan.
higher in fertility.
Yeah, you're gonna have kids like Keelan.
You're gonna have like 8 Keelans. Just
Oh no.
I think you need to
Oh,
go
no.
for it. I think you need to go for it.
It's
We're hyping
strange.
you up,
Also,
bro.
movies like Logan, True Grit, in a way, Monsters
Whenever
Inc.
she's on
Shows
pa-
like The
whenever she's on
Mandalorian.
AVG's
Literature has
panel,
done it
I
forever
always
with The Road.
Tell the chat how much you love her and how much she loves you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
also
was on
told
her
I have
panel
no
yesterday
car,
and I told her that.
I'm Scoot Fluence. Okay, K2, you're the fucking worst wingman I've ever fucking met.
And she came to your panel. She's still coming around and talking to you.
She's been on here like once or twice, okay?
Well,
And this
yeah,
is
you
true,
go to
still,
her
man,
and
I
she
never trust
allows
men
you
that's
up
not
on
wearing
her channel.
sunglasses. That's
She
low-key
allows
true.
you up on her channel. I'm sorry she's attracted to you. And she gets all like defensive about, but she acting like she's like one of those, like in
All
you know,
defensive.
grade
She's
school
like,
when you're
ew,
like,
Confluence.
oh,
I hate
you
that
like
guy."
Confluence
So
loves
defensive.
Glacier, and then she gets like, so that means she likes you. Like,
K2, you're like shipping us like it's a fucking panel fanfic, okay? It's crazy.
sorry, I'm
Rings
working
a
for you,
Rob,
bro.
and many, many
I'm just
others.
trying to
It
influence
shows up
you to
time
get a
and time
car.
again
He's being a
because
good
it taps
wingman.
into something
I'm being a good
deeply
wingman.
human. The
I'm trying to get a car too. Speaking of, donate to the car fund. Oh shit! Oh,
I
I do
already
look
did
like I'm in
find
a
Donate
shower.
to the shower
Holy
fund to redo
shit! God, and my eyes are
Confluence's
so
shower.
crab-like. Holy shit! Fuck. Okay, we're gonna go back to this mode. But yeah, donate to the car fund so Confluence can become car fluence, and then husband fluence, and then father fluence. If you think about it. Okay?
instinct to protect, to
gay
guide, to
father.
teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at
Who
this
is
point to
this? Why are
design
we
child
listening to her?
characters for an audience of majority
sounds like
male
a
gamers.
bitch.
Put some respect on her fucking name, Ag. This is ShoeOnHead, one of my 5 simp passes. Are you kidding
God
me?
Damn.
This woman's
Okay.
fucking based.
Somebody
He's a
fucking
based
tag her
socialist.
about to
She's
watch
fucking
this
retarded.
fucking review.
She was big in like 2015, 2016.
Oh,
She
and
was
Yeah, she's still
Confluence,
big. She's
I
still
think
big.
Glacier-
I mean,
I sent Glacier a message and let her know you were talking about her and to come on over to the panel. So.
Oh, good.
I just texted her.
That's some good wingmanning. Though, you know, not mentioning
I don't
Black
have
Car,
her on
right?
Discord. I can't do that.
I
Sorry,
think
I
she was
told her
saying-
you still have transportation, and
I
she
said you
still
said you
came.
don't
I
like
said
this.
the one thing he needs to work on is getting a car.
You didn't have to mention that, though. You could have just mentioned that.
She still showed up to see who you are, and it's still slowly working out. I think I'm a pretty good wingman.
Yeah, I don't have her Discord either. I just have her phone number. So we've been chatting or whatever.
Oh, well, yeah, that's instant. You know,
is that grounds for kicking?
No,
Yeah,
it's grounds
if
for
Anthony has your-
changing my sim pass. Okay, that's low key. Low key.
Hold on, somebody just messaged AVG to tell Glacier to come on over.
Look, you're not, stop shipping us. It's not going to happen.
Like,
No,
let's stop with
I'm
the
gonna do
defenseless
that.
girl the big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these
Gross.
father simulator games. They always give me the creeps.
I'm a
This
creep.
is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda
Yeah,
and gives me
dads are
vibes.
fascist.
Low Kirk. Is that
man.
like Kirk? What is? I don't even know what that means.
The
Oh,
low-
like Charlie
Are
Kirk.
they like using?
I was thinking like our Kirk for a second.
I mean, it
Low
could mean our
I don't know.
Genuinely
I don't know what
is fucking crazy work, man. Low genuinely fascist propaganda.
That's fucked up.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
that's wild.
I sneezed right now. Fascist propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women.
Oh,
really
I'll
want
slap
me
her and
to
call her
name
Adolf.
Buffy a
That sounds
child.
like
And
fun.
immediately-
We had a
wait,
good time.
what the f is low Kirkenuanly?
And this is like Shoes on Horse, or what is her name?
Asking the real questions. What the fuck is
Coming
low
ass.
comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is
Oh,
the
thank you.
response? I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata
Thank you.
controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people
Blatant.
thinking this
Blatant.
is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans. They sexualize everything. You are not very smart.
This is definitely a trans person, by the way. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that. I don't mean to make a judgment call, but just the bottom tweet, I'd bet my life on it. Okay.
Why is that
A
cat
lot of
shit
loser
talking that
males
race
who
car?
often
That's
turn
wild.
to gaming are it is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well
Hey,
as
Tai Tai.
complementing their own pure attorney.
How dare you hate ShoeOnHead, by the way, Tyler? Just saying. How dare you?
ShoeOnHead looks like a
How dare you?
transsexual.
Yeah, she
How
does.
fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? I'm gonna
Yes.
pretend you're all
Full
joking.
development.
No.
What?
Have you heard her
full of
stances on
fucked up
Israel?
dad instincts and whatever.
Yeah, look, she's a bit woman brained on Israel. Okay, it happens. She's a socialist.
She's
Okay,
she's full on Anson leftist on that shit.
a little bit, but everyone has their flaws, right?
From the
It's kinda
river
like,
to the sea.
It's like the Maryland stuff I was saying
Yeah, the
before. You
fucking-
gotta understand people's, dialectical materialist circumstances.
You know why the f you
Oh, look, trans flag. Holy shit. I pre-watched this.
Oh my
You
god!
see
Oh my
that?
god!
You see
Confluence,
that?
you're right.
Jesus.
want to play the game? You want to
No,
crack
that
the
doesn't
little
necessarily
blonde
mean an
bimbo
hour.
slut. What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll?
Great. I want to go back to that trans comment. Let's all
She
hear
looks
that
like a
again.
doll because she's a fucking android canonically
What
in the game.
Y'all are full
This
of
is a
pure
fucking mental
attorneyness.
comment. Holy shit.
All development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut.
She's like 7.
What?
Hey,
This
what the
character
fuck?
design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot? I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot?
Oh no.
Or is this just eye candy for creeps? I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like,
This is
that is just
crazy.
literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not
She's a
see
huge
what
pervert.
the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana? Yes, absolutely yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is not shocking.
Not a
It's
child.
Reddit. That's
it's
not
a
the
video
game.
game character.
The game has nothing creepy in it. These
Okay,
people
Vosh.
will always exist,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I was
I have
gonna
made
say.
several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely
It's just a video
understandable.
game character,
It would make
and
sense
say, why
if
do
we
you have
were
your
going to
lotion
accounts
out?
that we're doing that. And
No, I'm
calling
trying
them
to
creep.
model
But
Speakeasy.
no, they're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels.
Why did they
It
make
is
her
a
look like a
porn style. You're
star,
right.
though?
Why is the
Porn
child
star?
sexy?
What?
Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately sexualize
this
them,
video
and
is
think
so good.
everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no, bitch, that's you. And
No,
Reddit.
bitch.
You and
I
Reddit.
agree
There
with
is
that
nothing
point.
in this video game that caters to
She
the
needs a
freaks
cock in her
except for
mouth.
the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to like Cuties, where there were up closes of real
that was fucking
children
horrible.
twerking. That is media. That is catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair
Shame
enough.
on
I
you,
agree. But
Brandon.
then towards
Shame
the
on
end,
you
the
and
author
your
throws in
kin.
something very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all
Yep.
know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes.
How dare
I
she be
mean,
blonde
the whole
and blue
game
eyes?
is
Yeah,
low-key
perfect.
Nazi
A perfect
propaganda,
little
to be
girl.
fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking
Take a
white
shower
girl
here.
you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Save the
I
white
don't
girl.
see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Confluence needs another shower beer.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic
take that.
paranoid delusion. Good. I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda.
I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's
Yep.
pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure
Yeah, 'cause
white
all
girl child that must be
children come from white
protected so she can
supremacists.
produce the next white generation.
Normal white people breed with blacks. That's fucking
My wife's
racist.
not
bullshit.
white.
That was based.
Anyway,
My
Funny
wife
how
is
y'all
not
have
white.
paternal instincts for a child
Yeah,
with a
fucking
model
bigot.
woman's face
I'm
plastered on
ending
it.
the white
Make her
race.
look like an actual kid with
Bigot.
missing teeth, short hair, bare
You hate
face,
white
snot,
people.
and see if those instincts kick in
don't.
the same. This game is openly catering to
Just because I like
gaslighting is
vanilla
over.
doesn't mean I
Wait,
hate
I'm
chocolate.
trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage.
If so many people on the left say that the projection,
So
like
we make her
the
look more
accusations
like
are projections, I think the same can be said for these people right here that she's discussing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
I think so. These some of these comments are fucking wild, man. Absolutely
No,
wild.
no, her.
in
Not
order
the
to
comments,
not.
her.
Wait, Shoe?
Yeah, fuck, dude. What the fuck's wrong with her?
Well, yeah, what the
Wait,
fuck is wrong with that bitch?
Wait,
She
what
didn't
did
just
you-
hit her head. She gave herself
Wait,
brain
what did-
damage.
Wait, what did she?
Yeah.
What did she say that you disagree with, Egg?
I mean, god damn, just about everything.
Yeah. And
Wait,
plus, she didn't suck my
what?
dick.
Wait, what? What part?
She's just like, oh my god, like, and she's like throwing people, like, I don't, dude, fucking
Throwing
rewind it
people
and
under the
play it.
bus.
I'll call it out as I see it. Go ahead. Or just
Yeah,
play
no,
it from here and I'll call it out
Yeah,
as I see
fucking
it.
vocal fry ass, whiny little whore needs a slap.
Yeah,
Yeah, we called Hitler.
Shit, dude.
Only criticism anyone could possibly offer. But like, no, I can't imagine someone disagreeing with any
It's
of what
okay
we
if
just
you have a
saw
crush
right
on
now.
her, but
Yeah,
No,
she's
I
a
can't
skinny-headed,
imagine- I can't-
tranny-looking
I can't imagine a
crackhead.
single point from the last 12 minutes any of you would disagree on, besides like, oh, she's a woman, oh, she has a vocal fry, whatever. I can't imagine
So
a
far,
single
yeah.
point.
She's making low-hanging fruit arguments. I've agreed so far.
It's
Yeah.
insane not to.
Cater
Which
to
is
that
not
child.
fat.
Am I following that correctly?
That's true.
Also,
then we
the
wouldn't even
face on the
start
left
the
is like
video.
a
We just be
child
talking about that.
6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane?
How
Like,
the
that looks
fuck are we
just like a
supposed to know
little
this?
kid. Do they just want her to look ugly?
You
Is
gotta buy
that
the
what this
game.
is? They want her to be ugly? Like,
Does it say it when you play it, when you buy the game?
Weeb incel gamers LARPing
Let's
saying,
bang our
"Ooh,
head
I
with
want
the
to be a
microphone
dad
more.
now," because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lollipops.
And picking and
obviously.
choosing
the
with
devs
what
know the male
comments she's
gamers
reading.
hate a realistic
The
or
fuck?
This is a huge thing, Ag. This is a huge thing that people are saying. This is an actual thing that's happening. Okay, not
It's
everyone,
a huge,
but they're
it's a huge like 2 sentence paragraph, but holy shit.
No, but I'm saying this is a massive thing that's happening with the release of this game. Like a bunch of the internet is like going crazy, thinking that it's like some type of like PDF bait because it's like a 7-year-old white girl.
Oh well, my bad. I don't know about that. Yeah,
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
like
play,
a, this
I
is
don't
like
play
a
games like that.
well,
yeah.
even I haven't played this either. I hope she gets the Hasan clip because that's what I posted in the Discord. Oh, she does. Okay, good. Because Hasan saw this and like crashed out like hardcore about this game, which is like so funny. He says
These are
such
the same
weird
people
fucking
that watch
stuff.
anime and think she's not a child, she's a 5,000-year-old vampire.
Right, that's the
kinda
weird,
crazy.
like that's the weird, confusing thing with this is like, yeah, the same people that are calling it out are like, you know, the Vaushian types, okay, like low key. So it's just bizarre.
ugly child because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like
Okay.
a realistic ugly child, none of them would be saying this.
first of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to portray children as ugly and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here.
You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin.
No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the ShoeOnHead 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0?
Confluence,
If she's
this is your
listening now,
calling.
just this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the Father Simulator game where you have to protect a small
Yeah, well,
child and shoot
I
up a
wouldn't
bunch
just,
of
like,
robots in
point out,
space.
oh, look, you put your name
Suspicious.
there too. Oh, that's it's highly advanced of you to put your name on your drawing there, kiddo.
Oh yeah, let me just say obvious shit and take no controversial stances for an entire video, so Confluence goons over me later.
Yeah,
Look,
the
okay,
guy's
that's
AI
fine.
too.
That's fine. You can say it's not controversial, but then I don't know why you all are disagreeing with it. Because
She's a
yeah,
fucking
what you said
idiot.
so far is like, you know, should
She's
be
a woman,
agreeable.
Confluence.
Yeah, apparently.
He's not doing anything of value other than like making obvious statements and,
Yeah,
and
but
like
so
being
big.
attractive. While
Then
showing
why are
it.
people disagreeing? If it's so obvious, why do I have like multiple people?
Because they're
being
not
like,
aware
no,
of
this
it,
is
and
okay,
they're being
it's
made
so
aware of
stupid.
it by her point of view, and so they're commenting.
'Cause I noticed it like 5 days ago, and now she's just commenting
Yeah.
on it. I'm like,
It
damn.
takes a while. I don't know if any of y'all have made a video. Okay, it takes me a hot minute to make a video. There's a lot of editing. There's a lot of
That's 'cause
stuff
you're
that goes
lazy.
in. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Confluence
It
takes
takes
if
you a
you
hot
were
minute to
drop-
get through a fucking video because
You
you're
haven't even
lazy.
opened up your second monitor.
Yeah, I'm sure Shu asked you to
That's
make the
what I'm
video
on
for
right
if you
now.
done
I
that
finally
day.
did
though.
open it up. That's what I'm on. That's why I can't wear my
Oh.
glasses because this one has the
That's
fucking
why
polarized
he's able
block.
to read chat so well. while he's
Congratulations.
streaming.
Yeah,
Is
so
Shu-
I bought it, you know, ages ago, but I finally opened it up because now I didn't want to bring my whole ass giant monitor to my freaking parents' house. So, you know,
Confluence. I think the problem with the video is that her top isn't revealing enough. If she was like, you know, pushing those tits up a little bit, maybe
You will not be
you know,
disrespecting ShoeOnHead. Put some
yeah,
fucking
like I
respect
can't
on her
pay
name.
attention to her unless she shows me some cleavage because she's got nothing
At this
to
point,
sell.
she's just a slight like 4 out of 10 butterface.
Yeah, she's got a boy body. She ain't got no titties. But yeah, if Confluence, if she asked you to make a video for her, it'd be done in less than fucking 6 hours. We all know that, you simp.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
that's for damn sure.
possibly.
Or it would never be done and just skip past it to another one.
That's also
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah,
Yes,
Confluence wouldn't do
I
it to keep
understand. I
messaging
get
him.
it is a little moist, critical coded. I understand. She's not saying like super controversial stuff. But that's kind of, you know, that's what ShoeOnHeads. That's what the people want to see, you know. And I'm personally having fun. Okay, I'm personally enjoying this video, you know. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be like Omega level challenged. Okay, not everything has to be, your little philosophy. Okay, stuff could just be like normal.
So I've seen plenty of female gamers falling over this character.
I was just pointing out things that were wrong that I see that you told me to.
Everything's.
You haven't pointed out anything though that's wrong.
Every time I've interrupted, I've been pointing out things that are wrong.
Well, I still don't know what one of them is.
Why is she showing more ugly women?
You said she's a butterface. That's not what I mean. I'm not saying, hey, comment when you don't like her appearance.
See how you singled out. See how you singled out my judgment of her appearance, and that's not all I've said. But
there's something wrong with her though.
Check her appearance.
What's a salient thing? I guess. What's a criticism of the video so far? Does anyone have one yet? Besides,
she found uglier women to put on the screen.
Okay, see, so that's what I mean. That's the criticism they're going with. Brandon's one is fair. It's like, yeah, it's not like, and I guess Anson said this too. Yeah, it's not like, you know.
I just think she's being awfully critical of people.
Yeah.
Have you seen the tweets? You should be critical of those tweets. Those tweets are fucking mental illness. You should absolutely be. The tweets that she's showing are mental illness. She absolutely should be more critical of those. Those people are like insane. They shouldn't be allowed in society.
Yeah, she put these uglier women up to detract from how ugly she is.
Why are you against free speech?
Yeah, why do you have free speech, Confluence?
Yeah, Confluence.
Why you
don't let your voice
They
crack.
should be allowed in society, but you know they should be heavily shamed for being in society. Okay, I mean, come on.
I haven't said much because I pretty much agree with what everyone. I mean, not commenting on her looks, but yeah, it's just like very surface level take.
Comment on her looks. Say she looks like a whore.
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel. Come on.
She looks like she sucks a lot.
I won't specify.
I don't think those comments add anything to the discourse.
Right.
Yeah, do it, Tessie. I'm going to come into your family 7-Eleven and cause chaos.
I agree that, yeah. No, I agree. Very like surface level. Like, but that's kind of who her demographic is. But you'd have to know her content to like know that. But I wasn't expecting like a deep analysis. She's just like she almost reminds me a little bit of the Quartering. She just does like culture war, outrage bait type topics.
I mean, that's what she got. That's what she's known for, you know. And there's
somebody
nothing
that-
wrong with that. We can just
somebody
have
that
fun
doesn't-
sometimes, you guys. Okay.
The fucking drama streamer because she's a fucking woman.
Somebody
She
that
can't add
doesn't
any
watch
value to
her
anything.
shit. She's just being very critical and just being very drama.
I'm gonna white knight Confluence and say these tweets are insane.
Yeah, these tweets are fucking mental. She's like,
These tweets are fucking insane.
saying that she's being too critical is crazy. These tweets are.
I didn't say she was being too
mental
critical.
illness.
I said she was just being awfully critical about just some dumb shit.
If you get on Twitter and you see these tweets, it probably drives me up a fucking wall too.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the one thing from Hasan, and I was like, "What the fuck is bro saying right now? Like, it's fucking crazy how people are reacting to this." And I understand, yeah, it's a bit like low tier. It's just like, yeah, leftists being crazy, but I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. I like watching leftists be a little crazy. Okay.
All right.
Tessie doesn't like it.
Yeah, we gotta check Testy's Twitter, see what he said about this game. Okay, that's what I want to know.
I went
at his replies right now.
I went through the
Twitter?
videos that everyone else did, like with Sargon.
I want to see Confluence's Twitter.
Or what's his name? What's the other guy? Thunderfoot. Like, yeah, I went through like when I was into that kind of content. That's when I would have watched ShoeOnHead. So I was like,
Thunderfoot fell off hard.
Oh, you've matured from ShoeOnHead. Fuck off.
kinda did.
Testy. Fuck off.
her charm.
She makes a video every like 3 months. You can at least do her a favor and watch it. Give her that watch.
Underfoot is like Elon Musk, where he pretends to know shit about engineering.
That's kind of true.
She's like a good first step into politics, and then when you realize she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about and doesn't actually say anything of impact, then like
we're doing you a favor, Confluence, by entertaining this. All right, so
yeah, exactly.
Look, this is great content. This is a special day. ShoeOnHead doesn't release much content, okay? And this came out a few hours ago.
We're almost done with the video. Holy fuck.
That's what I mean. Don't threaten me with a good time. With ShoeOnHead, we will go through a lot of the video.
It was a short video, to be fair.
That's true, but sometimes with videos, we make it like, 10 seconds.
Guys, we're almost there. We've reached the halfway point. We're almost there.
Let's just stop it here.
Of antinatalism propaganda.
Hold on now. That doesn't.
One little bean.
Okay.
There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this. Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia. What? Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting. The best part was all the actual parents like replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how
we'll try. We'll try, Theo. We'll try.
No, that's pretty accurate. Fetishizing fuck. You mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house?
Yeah, she is annoying as fuck, Page. She's really fucking
God, any woman on the internet, everyone just fucking women, the pick-me's, the men, everyone just fucking
No, not every woman, just that fucking
every
woman.
fucking woman. Holy shit.
It's just that fucking woman.
I'm gonna be honest. I think every woman video we've gone through, it's been the same criticism.
How the fuck did you get this on your algorithm?
That's because Confluence is blinded by
it's not she's too fat, she's too white, she's too black, she's too ugly, she's too hot, she's too much of a slut. She's not enough of a slut. It's always fucking something. It's always something.
Radioactive levels of incel propaganda.
Confluence
What the fuck
crash
does incel mean
out.
anymore? I feel like I ask this
Confluence,
in
she's
every
talking
single
about
video.
disavow.
We got thousands of likes.
You're
I feel like I'm
anti-masculine
going to say,
incel?
where does the incel part come from? Like they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man. To make things worse, a grown-ass man
I mean, I agree.
saw another grown-ass man
Why,
speaking about the
Confluence?
normal
Why?
human desire to want a family and want children one day,
Come on,
and
just showing
called
it for
him an
ages,
incel,
okay?
cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this?
Oh, here we go.
Capcom's
Oh, here we go.
Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. Whose job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand
Only
like
losers
why
talk
this
about
has
that.
become
Fuck you,
a thing
Hasan.
that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer,
there's
you
gonna
should
be a
care about
big,
things
like,
that
calling
you
for
actually experience.
girls
You should care
being
about
named
things
Diana
that
in the next
you
5 to
actually
10 years.
enjoy, right?
Good God.
If you're a lonely gamer,
They're going to be getting that
Rage
Trump
Cage,
care.
I'm fucking clipping this. I'm fucking clipping this rage. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know who this is? Hassan Piker. You understand that? You rather watch Hassan Piker than ShoeOnHead, okay?
Yeah.
Fucking remember this. You
By the
fucking
way,
degenerate. Holy
speaking
shit.
of-
At
speaking
least
of
he makes
kids-
coherent arguments and has
Hold on.
positions.
Hold on, but speaking of kids, since we're watching a ShoeOnHead argument or a show, we're not going to actually learn anything. I just want to point out that, like, if you have a child, well, like in the next 2 years, the Trump administration will be giving them an account where they take a bunch of money and put it into private equity that they can get into when they're 25, I think it is. It's an idea they're floating around. So in the next 2 years, if you have kids, their college is essentially going to be paid for.
Yeah, it's like buying into bonds. It's like buying into
Exactly.
bonds almost.
Exactly. They're going to buy into bonds for you just for having a kid in
Yeah.
the United States.
Yeah,
In the
it's-
next, yeah.
Great
Right.
influence.
So I'm going to try to pump 2 out in that time.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
it's
I'll
probably-
pump out
I mean, you don't
small
have
size.
to-
Paige, you gotta
Testy.
call me, girl. We're gonna breed a couple of times.
Oh wait, so the
Also-
reason you want to have children is selfish because you want fucking money for them? Okay.
No, that's just the timing. The timing I'm going to have kids is selfish.
You're gonna
yes.
eat your
So,
fucking words, Rage Page. When you understand who Hassan
I'm
fucking
confident.
Piker is. Holy shit.
Confluence, if you actually wanted to have kids, if it was that big of a priority for you, you wouldn't be just seeking down women you find very attractive. You could find you a fatty in no time and had kids 10 years ago if you wanted to.
I want to have a wife. My goal isn't just kids. My goal is family.
Find you a fatty. She'll take good care of you.
Yeah, dude.
Fat chicks suck great dick.
And she can probably cook at least decent.
Okay, well, you know you're missing
that's
that.
true.
Go get your dick sucked by a fatty. You'll be like, all right.
Yeah, you got to lower your standards. Just look for something.
Yeah, show the Hasan dog video for Rage Pig.
Yeah, she'll like that one.
We should.
Of her hero.
Like that. Yeah.
But more importantly, lower your standards.
She wants to watch more. Shocktober 7th. K9
Yeah, he's
11.
a Muslim. He's a. Oh, I can't say that. Yeah.
Oh, where's the okay? Oh God, it's one of these things where it's going to be so hard to find simple video.
Yeah, I think she's seen it. Yeah, he's a dog stalker.
He was. Oh, we're shocked. Yeah, this. Oh, you have seen it. Yeah, this guy. This is the guy you're standing for right now, Rage. Okay.
Yeah, it's the dog in the background.
Yeah, Rage doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, Rage might like him more. That's the problem. Okay, yeah, IJ was all over that. Like,
it's understandable. All those people from Arab look the same.
Also, Confluence, if you really wanted a wife, there's a lot of women. Black women love skinny white boys. I don't know why. So you could instead of getting a 6 white chick, you get an 8 black chick, or like a 9 Filipino.
That's interesting because black men like fat white women. So there might be something going on there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you look like. You can get a 9 Filipino if you're an American.
This is true.
There's a finite amount.
Who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman. Why do you care? Why do you care about having children or riding for having children? It's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this.
Atomized? I think she means alienated.
First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? Yeah, never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meeting. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's unfuckable losers. Okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign bro.
Not to do a low blow, but do you guys remember when Hasan was at that brothel that was then raided and found to have underage sex trafficked women in it in Netherlands? You guys remember that?
Oh, hell no. That's a huge L.
I want to point out that happened, okay?
Correlation, not causation.
I'm not saying that he did something untoward to a sex trafficked underage person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the same brothel he paid for happened to get raided for that exact thing. That's
at that point, you're supporting that shit, and that's disgusting.
I highly doubt he
paid for sex like you, Hasan. Something weird.
He probably didn't. Well, it came out after, so maybe
even though you dislike the guy, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt unless you can prove he did something bad. That just makes you
look for real. There's nothing wrong with buying a legal prostitute, and there's no proof that he did anything other than buy some sex from a female professional.
Yeah, but that's why you don't do that. That's why you don't go to brothels, because they're famous for their sex trafficking, right? So
there's reputable ones in Nevada.
Why are you smearing
this is fucking Europe, okay?
It was legal in that country. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, it was legal.
Yeah, I think it was in Netherlands. It's legal.
It's highly regulated. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's bullshit. That's so
even if you look at the pause moment,
thing you've ever said, Hasan. That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
This pause moment looks like she got it in her eye.
See, this is all the critiques. All the critiques Mel has. All the
She
critiques.
does.
About a
Holy
man who
shit.
could easily consensually get sex
Yeah,
from
how
a
do
woman
you
but
guys-
chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know.
It's kind of like the
Just saying.
uncontrollable wink.
35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt.
She's
Sitting on his
wearing a
high
wig.
horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like, literally, no joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hasan
Woman on
Piker,
woman violence is crazy
antinatalist.
rage page.
If I
and
saw a
it's
child that looked like that, I'd
It's
probably attack it.
unbecoming.
I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only
Yeah.
instinct I feel as a
Being a
man
man
right
is
now is
predatory.
self-defense. I want to kill it. Yes, the ones
how
saying
dare
they
they.
want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it. The only thing I felt while
Whoa.
watching this
Yeah,
is
did
pure
please say
bloodlust for
what
that
the
annoying
person wanted to
creature.
kill
I
it?
hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad. First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously, if you simply
That's like
don't want
Keelan.
kids, that's fine. Like, whatever.
When all
I
the cats
wanna
die,
get
you're gonna be
little-
pretty upset.
But the societal
Every day,
attitude,
Keelan
the
achieves a new level of
difference
madness.
between men and
Keelan
women
is the
here,
best
how
of
they
us. How
handle
dare
the
you.
situation is so like fascinating to me.
He's-
I'm probably
he's gonna
never
end
having
up on the
kids. I'm
list.
probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably
Yeah,
going
we'll
to
be
be
the
as hot
judge of
for as
that.
long as I can.
Keelan
And
is
I'm
a
probably going to keep
firework.
making money. That's probably what's going to happen for the next 40 years until I. People are just going to keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is going to hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be in the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion. I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family. That sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like,
Unaccountable.
as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body and your career. Don't have children.
What the
And all of a
fuck?
sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, your eggs, man. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you
I knew.
guessed.
I knew.
Because I was fat as fuck. But anyway, I hid it from the internet. And while I was
And is it yours?
getting tweets from like
I
groypers
would
and
hope so.
like TikTok, your eggs are drying up. This like you haters, I got my
you only have
cats.
one kid. What the fuck is wrong with her?
Enough. Stop spreading that attitude.
She's
Stop
working on
being a
it.
crab in a
She's
bucket. Like
working on
even
it.
if you don't have children,
Isn't she like
and you can find
38?
other meaning in your life, obviously.
It's
But
34.
don't encourage
Settle down.
that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda
that
young men
fucking
and young
screen and start
women
breeding,
see
bitch.
nowadays is like insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be like $3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare, and student debt. Honestly, like if we're being honest, it's just sad because
Look,
like
Ma, I
through
did it.
all of history, like imagine your
Valid.
ancestors.
She just said she had kids. She just said she had a kid at Rage Page. She just
Yeah,
showed a
she's a
picture.
single mom.
Pregnant. Watch the fucking video, Rage
That
Page.
lady.
Holy shit.
They've
Cat
been
lady.
through like war and famine.
It's a
and you're just
woman
gonna
in
end your
rage.
bloodline
She's not
because the
paying
rent is too
attention.
high. But it's understandable. They don't
Yeah.
feel like they can
I
support
don't
a
blame you,
child. They can
Rage. You are
barely
a woman
support
after all,
themselves,
yes.
especially on one income, like how it used to be. Those days are gone. You know, if I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most.
Okay,
No,
so
yeah.
this is
Another-
the
That would
testy
definitely-
bullshit.
War in the Middle East. Okay, whatever. I'm not. We're
The
not
only
going-
thing I would focus on, yeah.
She's doing that same thing Testy did. Oh, woe is
She's
us.
not
We
a
don't have the
single. She's
economic
not a single
opportunity
mom.
to have kids.
She's married. She's married. Rage Page. She's fucking married. Okay. She's not single. She's not single. Try to keep up. Try to keep up, Rage Page. Okay. Try to keep up.
They're saying
well,
you see the ring
I don't
right
know who
there.
the fuck she is either.
She's actually married to a squish right winger too. He's not
Yeah.
like the most right wing guy in the world. But
I don't
he's at
even
least
think she
right-wing.
said she
sounds
has
perfect.
cats. I don't think she has cats. I don't know what. I think you're
It looks
confusing
like she has
the people
cats.
she's reacting to with her Rage Page.
No,
okay? I
she
think
said
you're
she's a cat
confusing.
lady. She did say she was a cat lady.
She
Yeah.
was quoting somebody. She was quoting somebody.
How the what the? I
The
can't
tweet was
even
on the
tell them.
screen.
She was quoting
Well,
herself.
at least I know I'm not the only one that can't fucking
What do you
tell.
mean? It's the tweet was on the screen. It was full screened.
Hang on, Confluence. Maybe she's talking about herself.
Yeah. Is her
Yeah,
husband
maybe-
really a man, or is her husband trans?
Sure.
Her name. It
No,
was
I'm
actually
pretty
her
sure she was sincere when she said, "I might be a little bit of a cat lady myself."
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I heard.
Control your
That.
bitch, Confluence.
She's
Yeah.
married. She
Come
has
get
a
your
child.
hoe.
She's married.
Okay,
She has a
it's-
child. Okay.
Does cat lady?
Yeah, the cat.
That's a hard question. If I had to give up, I can't give up any of my sim passes, man. I can't do it. I can't. That's like a fucking Sophie's Choice situation, Brandon. You can't make me pick. That's crazy.
Into that, not in this video. Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts.
What?
Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically those
Wait,
paternal
what's that?
instincts are
What's that
only ever felt for their
empath
own
woman?
children. And
Just to clear it up for everyone watching. See, when she's saying this, I understand it's her voice, but she's reading someone else's tweet. So
That's
what
not
she's
how
saying,
words work.
She doesn't believe what she's saying. She's reading what's on the screen, just to make it ultra
That's
clear
not
for
how
the chat.
words work.
So yeah, just because there was some maybe ambiguity, but yeah.
You're
So right now
casting
she's reading a
spells,
tweet,
Tom.
and you can kind of tell because there's a tweet on the screen, and the words she's saying happen to match up with what's written. That's kind of a little clue everyone
no
can
one
use.
else's.
Okay?
Men are not
most of these people are
nurturers.
retarded,
Men don't
but
gush
I know
over.
what I heard.
How dare you, Alex? But also thank you for the 10. Oh wait, no, Alex. I thought you said Shoe is a worthless sim pass. No, I'm just getting too triggered. I'm reading everything negatively. That's true. Shoe is worth a sim pass. Thank you, Alex. Alex, I thought you died from your migraine because I haven't seen you since. Okay.
You are acting
Thanks.
quite feminine coded today.
Yeah.
How dare you? I'm embracing my anima, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's 2026. It's 2026. Okay. There we go. We're getting some pro Shoe. Okay, I'm manifesting it. I am kind of acting like a white woman, but I'm manifesting the pro Shoe energy. Okay, we're getting the audience we deserve. Okay,
your stance on Palestine is feminine coded. Say it.
Palestine is feminine coded. Absolutely.
No, I'm talking about Anson.
Oh, I would say that in a second. Yeah.
He won't.
There's no like masculine guys that are like on the like river to the sea people. Let's be real.
From
okay?
the river in public. Men don't have baby fever.
See, you just proved my point.
If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. What? Okay. First of all, even from like anecdotal common sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently, young men want children more than young women do nowadays. Many men, including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like anyone like that,
at least a double D.
Like men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true men don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space and not like
double D.
That men have paternal instincts.
Yes, women and men are different. And I like a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually
tautological, but she's replying to stuff. Okay, she's replying, so it makes sense to point it out.
Yeah, all right. I'm not trying to come down on you too hard. I just
you're joining the little shitties. You see an opportunity and you're trying to pounce.
A little bit.
I got support now.
I know that's so profound. You're like true, and I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like such a whatever. It's good. No, yeah,
it's a good comeback when people are like, men shouldn't have this, and she's like, well, no, like that's the thing. If she just said it, I'd agree. It's tautological. It doesn't make much sense to say. But in response, okay, that's how you have to view, right? This, the culture war stuff when Twitter leftoids, okay, sorry, Testy, no offense, but when they say some nonsense, you have to correct with obvious stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you have to Matt Walsh them. What is a woman? You got to do that type shit.
Yeah, I'm like so.
I agree.
Culture war shit is like the thing least, or like interests me least on my list of stuff. But I get it. People say it's downstream of politics or upstream or whatever, so it's relevant.
Exactly. Big Soda says, I'm about to make some children on panel. See, this is all I asked from Alex, and everyone thought I was weird. Just let me know ahead of time. That's all I ask. Just give me a heads up. Thank you, Big Soda. You have my permission. In fact, you have my blessing.
Just mute up.
Develops maternal
no mute.
Despite his
stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible and awful. Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog. When she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children.
I'm sorry, do you want her to read every single tweet on fucking
fucking A, dude. She's only reading the ones that are
curating. She's curating. I mean, how else do you want her to just restart from the top and just like read until she's done and make
I agree with
a 1,000-hour video?
She's building a narrative. She's only picking the least shareable.
I mean,
that's how videos work on this front. Of course. No kidding. When I made a video, when I made a video on the Charlie Kirk assassination and all the fucking people on Twitter were like celebrating it, yes, I only chose the people in my video that were saying cancerous, rot things because that was the thing I was showing. I was trying to show this is a segment of the internet that is celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. So no, I didn't.
And that's a segment that sucks. Now look what you're doing now. I mean, that segment sucks of the internet.
Confluence, clipping beer number
what you
4.
choose.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's saying that this is the segment. This is a large
my point.
cultural movement.
Clicking and picking what they choose.
I know, but that's my point. I'm saying it's same with like the Brian Thompson thing. There was a large quantity, like the United CEO, the healthcare guy that got shot by Luigi, right? There's a large segment that was like, this is good. We should do this more. That deserved the spotlight. I made a video on that. So yes, I didn't show people that were against it because my whole thing was like, there's a segment of the internet that thinks this is based and everyone should fucking do this. And some of them like the Fed post a lot and say some wild shit. And so
full screens me briefly.
I hit the wrong button. I didn't do that.
That wasn't intentional, you motherfucker.
So that's the thing. So of course it is narrative. Of course it is cherry picking. It's like you're curating a video. So I mean, we have to allow ourselves
they
latitude.
They aren't toys. People lose their fucking minds when they realize that kids aren't like a
Confluence.
Nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and raising a child are two.
So the New York Times had an opinion piece that was live with a communist woman who's the daughter of Filipino human traffickers and Hasan Piker, where they actually endorsed a bunch of different violent acts on people. They called it social violence. They started talking about Engels' social violence. Yeah, that would be a pretty interesting watch if you were interested in bashing them.
I do want to bash them. So yeah,
pre-watch that.
You should send me the video.
You got to pre-watch that.
It's pretty long, but it's good. It's very good.
So I need something for tomorrow. Okay, there's no trivia tomorrow because Rage Page can't be arsed. Can't be fucking arsed for some reason. Rage Page. Okay. No trivia.
Watching ShoeOnHead. She doesn't want to make you trivia for watching.
You should have just let me keep doing trivia. You should have passed it on to the woman.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow could be replaced with Lolo. Yeah, that's true. Actually, we'll still have a fun time. It's okay. Rage Page, if you want to maybe make like a ShoeOnHead trivia and let me compete, okay. If you want, I'm just saying, if you wanted to do that, Alex, welcome back from the land of the dead.
If you give me a list of topics, you can at least that you would like for trivia. I can at least provide Q&As.
Oh, we should actually do a Confluence simp trivia. Oh my gosh, because we already holy shit. No, Rage Page, listen to this. Okay.
I didn't say that
immediately.
No, but this is just, it came to me. Thank you for the idea. It's a great idea. Rage Page, because it's 25 questions. There's 5 categories. I have 5 sim passes. So 5 questions about Maryland, 5 questions about Tyler, average debate enjoyer, 5 about Anna Kramling, 5 about Anna Kasparian, and 5 about ShoeOnHead.
Yeah, I won't be joining this one.
That's not what I was saying.
That'll be the worst.
I didn't say that, but okay.
Nobody will
I'm
watch
glad you got the good idea.
Stupid.
I think that would be fire. Okay.
Everybody should suck you at once. They're just like
Tyler, come on. You can even study up ahead of time, okay?
Just for the record, that's not what I said.
That'd be unfair.
Wait,
I'm pretty sure that's verbatim what you said.
That is verbatim what he said, yeah.
No.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I thought everyone's trying to gaslight me.
All lies.
I don't know why they're all
Completely
so
separate
against
things.
it.
Kids are adorable when they're calm and
Hold on, I
playful,
wanna say
but
something
little
about this,
demons when.
No, you just play more of the video. Don't quiet our voices with the video.
Yeah, so
that's what I do.
If there was like 5 or 10 comments in that string that she's talking about, and she was only going over them, and there was like a ton more that weren't those people, I would agree with you. But dude, have you looked at that fucking thread?
No.
Yeah, that's a thing. This is not like some small amount of people. This is a large amount of people.
The vast majority of the people who responded were absolutely saying the same kind of shit.
Those poor people.
There is an actual prevalence of people in the world who think that children are not worth having at all.
That is true.
Yeah, that sucks.
The antinatalist left is crazy.
Explains our fucking reproduction rate.
Well, I think it's more multivariable, but you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mostly the
obviously it's
immigrants
multivariable.
coming
I'm not
over
saying
here and
it's the
screwing
only
up our
variable.
culture.
Come on, man.
No,
it is at least something that's not helpful. I pointed this out on a different stream. I can't remember how long ago, but that's South Korea, that they have like the 4B movement, right? And it's ironic, right? The 4B movement is like you don't like have sex, you don't marry, you don't like have, and it's a whole like protest thing. And South Korea has the lowest birth rate of any Western civilization on the fucking planet. And so for them, for them to be doing the 4B movement is fucking like just suicidal, like as a culture. It's like crazy. But it's like that's where the movement took off, was in the place with the worst birth rate. It's like 0.39, I think, in South Korea, if I remember right. It's fucking awful.
Korea's going. I mean, Korea's going to vanish if they don't fix their shit somehow.
Well,
no. North Korea is going to rise again. That's what's going to happen.
Immigration.
But through Korea.
Bring in the immigrants. They replace. You don't have to teach them for 18 years. They pay taxes right into the system.
That's not how it works in homogenous cultures, Tessie.
So
not every
Korea
country
is
is
a very
stupid and
homogenous
suicidal.
culture. I don't think they're going to just bring in a bunch of immigrants to replace all the.
They will when
Koreans.
they're forced to.
No, they won't.
Or
Kim Jong-un.
they'll just reproduce kids at gunpoint, you know, one way or another.
Kim Jong-un, he win long game. He win long game.
There's only one Korea.
How is North Korea's birth rate? Are they
I
doing
find
good?
it hard to believe you say that when so many people in this panel like hate fucking immigrants. Like you're not gonna bring in the immigrants to replace that shit. Like, come on.
Who hates immigrants besides
You're
Anson?
not in
he's
that
fucking
culture.
North-
You
he's fucking
can in the
South
United
Korea.
States because we're fucking morons, but not in the
I don't
Korean
think
culture.
hold on, does South Korea allow people to become citizens if they're not
No.
like
Who
Korean?
hates
Man,
immigrants?
'Cause I feel
Even
like-
North
I feel like
Korea
it's not
has
like
a birth
Japan.
rate below replacement. It's 1.78 in North Korea.
Well,
How do they even have official?
how do you
stats?
know that? Yeah, how do you actually know that?
I don't know. I'm just trusting Gemini, the worst AI. Okay, so-
Let's say if there's an AI that's telling you that number, like
I mean,
legitimately,
I'll buy it.
Wikipedia
probably
says it.
not accurate.
Wikipedia says it. Well, actually, no. It actually is coming from North Korea. North Korea actually does this.
Doesn't Yemen have the highest birth rate?
Well, I mean, don't they leave their kids to like eat rats and shit? So I guess I understand.
Yemen is one of the 2 countries in the world that doesn't have an age of consent law.
Yemen's a failed state, I think, technically. I don't even think.
No, but
Yemen
they
is
have a
not a country, not
replacement
really.
birth rate that's super high because they value family and traditional values and keeping women from education and
I think they're
permitting
just
women
breeding
having jobs
competition.
and keeping
Listen,
them in
they
the
don't
home.
have they don't have incest laws and they don't have fucking age of consent laws. So all they're doing, Anson, is they're breeding more competition. That's it.
That's actually true.
I think we're saying the same
Can I
thing.
offer anyone a nice orange?
You're saying the same
Oh,
thing.
nice.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically, Anthony, you guys are saying the same thing. Damn.
Okay, this is from Big Soda. This is Pragmata, but if Netflix made it.
I'm gonna have to put your fat ass down, Shaniqua.
Not till I get nigga.
I'm gonna
Oh damn, that's
It's a vow.
That
No, don't
no, that's
disavow.
fucking perfect. That is perfect.
Oh, that's
Okay.
making that.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
That was really good.
I don't think that could have been any. I don't think that could be any better.
Get back to the
Screaming,
video.
snotting, and destroying your
Oh.
head and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shitting and crying nonstop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's so cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character. Wait, wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans account. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. Nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All
It
the
is
parts
easy.
parents say are the best parts.
yeah,
All the
disavow.
parts parents say are worth
is
it.
easy.
That is what people are seeing and
No, it's
yearning
not.
for. They have this like insane compulsion
worth
to
it.
attack
It's the
anything that's like
opposite of work.
remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun
Shake
it
my
and
damn
mock
head.
it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda.
It is crazy that like to want to have a family is like conservative coded. Okay, that is kind of crazy.
I mean, it,
Shake
No,
my
but
head.
I'm
kind of
saying
always has
culturally,
been.
culturally, it has like that is the. I think that's why people are so mad at this game, right? Because there's nothing intrinsically like right wing about this game. It's just like family kind of oriented in some weird sci-fi way, and like and people are splitting it down like left and right divides, right? It's like the same with like working out. How that, I mean, Brandon I think even agrees with this, that like working out is seen as more of like a right-wing thing, which doesn't make any sense, but that's just like how things
That
have
makes no
gone.
fucking sense.
Yeah, it's like we there's no need to separate these things down like a left-wing left-right political divide,
Well,
but they
there
end
is,
up
though.
being
And to be
separated.
fair,
Well, it
There
doesn't
is,
help
though.
the
This
stereotype that liberals are fat if they think that.
there isn't
Yeah.
like this isn't the first game that has like a kid that's like the main character's responsibility, right? Like
Last of Us, anyone?
The Last of Us, yeah. Like nobody
Yeah.
had a problem with that. People weren't bitching about it, but that's because there was nothing like
But that's also because they made Ellie gay, if I recall, though. So I mean, they kind of balanced it out a little bit. Something for everyone,
It
you know.
wasn't just that. It was
The left gets the gays, the right gets their family. You know, everyone wins.
Didn't that show get memed onto fucking Orbit though?
Oh, the show, yeah, the show's not great.
I'm not talking about the show though. I don't watch that shit.
I was talking about the game, not the show, but yeah.
I agree with you. Like, I guess culturally, that's how it's perceived. But I mean, Anson brought up idiocracy earlier, and like the two biggest predictors of birth rate are like education level and income. So like the dumber and poorer you are, the more children you have. That holds
So
true.
we need
globally.
more dumb people.
Which is why birth
No,
control
we
is
don't need
important.
more of them, but I'm saying that they're the ones who have kids. So
No, I'm saying y'all are
Well,
thinking
hold on,
yourselves
are they
out of
having
having
enough
children.
kids?
It doesn't require any thought. It doesn't require any
I agree with
planning.
Anson.
It requires your dick and a vagina, and that's it.
Requires thought.
Yeah,
I
this is
mean, what
technically
the fuck
true.
do you mean?
I agree with that.
months to plan it.
I'm just
after you
saying
start.
primarily who like, and this is true globally. Again, like the more poor you are and the less educated, the more children you tend to have.
That's because the
I
more
got
When
to
did
a
that
fight
ever
with someone on
matter?
this.
to do.
Is this is
That's
this is
like
true
India.
on a
To another
this is true on an
country every
individual
year.
level. It's
Don't
true on a
touch
nation
kids.
level. It's true on every single level. That those are the
There's
predictions.
there's a
India-
reason
It's
why.
not just that. It's just it's boredom.
Oh, because we know we're-
guys.
No, there's a reason why impulsivity is selected for sexually. It's because it increases the number of children that you have, and therefore, if you're impulsive, you have more children. That's not impulsivity and short time preference are not glitches. They're necessary to maintain humanity.
Yes,
With all the people who have ADHD,
that's very
why
true.
why isn't there more? Oh, because they don't. There's
Because we have fucking birth control, and we have a culture of people who tell you
Well,
if
we
you're
have
if you're
online
if,
dating.
if you're
We have online
impulsive or if
dating,
you're
that's what it is.
acting out or you're not like completely calm and docile and fitting into the fucking system that's been designed to keep you in a fucking human zoo, then you shouldn't have children. It's fucking disgusting the way we've set everything up. People should be going around and fucking like monkeys, and they're not. They're fucking like afraid to go outside
Maybe we
because they're so
got rid
fucking
of the
neurotic,
whole marriage
filled
thing
up
and
on
we could just fuck anyone
SSRIs.
anywhere. It
This
wouldn't be
entire
so bad.
system is fucked.
Right? That's what you.
I mean, I
that would
personally
be,
think
like, the
marriage should
most
precede
opportune
baby
way.
making, but
Well, I mean, if
also
you want to
agree with
just
that.
if you want to just birth maximize, then we don't really even
Baby
know who the
maxing
fathers are.
anyone?
Just fucking go.
Yeah,
Right.
let's
No.
just fucking go. Let's take all the jobs away from women, keep them from going to school. Like put them into
And
breed
birth
camps.
control.
Let's go.
Fuck like retarded monkeys.
Put every man in a work camp so that
Wait,
all they
unironically,
get
what
to do
Anson-
is work and pump out kids
Yeah.
for women.
Unironically, what Anson is saying is the quote unquote solution. If women are less educated, they're more dependent on men financially. They're taken out of the workforce.
I don't
They're
think
completely.
it's.
I'm just saying it's an.
It would definitely work.
definitely
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to ask.
I want to take my kid.
Is it dependence or is it financial freedom?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If women are less educated and out of the workforce, they're more dependent, like as it was back in the day. That's why those two things would increase the birth rate. Like
I agree, but
Right.
what I'm asking is it the lack of education or is it the financial freedom?
They're both the same thing.
No,
Yeah,
they're not. There's two vastly different things.
Wait,
there.
can
No,
clarify?
you get more economic freedom if you're more educated, and you also realize that you have value and
which one is
self-worth
the
and shit.
actual
Stuff
variable
that women
and
don't
which one
need,
is
right?
just
Women don't
the
need value
precondition for
outside
the
of having
variable?
fucking children.
For fuck's sake, it's not hard what I'm asking. All right.
Can you ask one more time? Sorry.
Yeah, so there's two variables here. One directly leads to the other, and both of them coincide together to form the third, right? So low education equals low economic freedom equals more babies.
Yeah, they're
so
correlated.
is it the education or is it primarily the economic freedom? Is an educated person who is poor more likely to have kids than a than a non-educated person who's rich?
The more educated you are, the less likely you are to have children.
So it's more about the education than it is about
but Testy, the education, you'd have to separate the economic, because the more educated you are, the more wealth you have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like
They're kind of non-sequential examples.
But if you separated those, what's the bigger factor? If you're
there has to be people who are poor, right?
Right.
Who have education. There has to be people who are educated or who are non-educated but who have money or at least married into money, right? Which of those have better results in terms of children?
I'm going to ask the clanker, okay? We'll see if we can pull up some fast
I would think the
stats.
people with means, with money, are probably going to have.
I feel like the more money you have, the less bored you are. The less bored you are, the less time you have to want kids in the first place. That's
Maybe
my theory.
That's you could connect those dots.
The more time you have to think about things other than children.
Well, the thing people bitch
Maybe
about
that
the
as
most is I don't want to have to take. Oh, kids are a pain. You have to pay all of your attention to them. Yeah, they're fucking kids. Welcome to I don't know everything.
So kids are a way to economic freedom if you're poor, right? If you have 15 children, you can put them to work for you.
That is
if you're on a farm or if you own
The
your own
AI,
farm.
I don't know how accurate this is, but my stupid ChatGPT is saying that in the US and globally, that education is a lot more tied to it than economic status.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if
Yeah,
we,
you
I
gotta
don't know if
keep
we
them
trust
dumb.
that, but
So in
Yeah,
theory,
you gotta keep
a
them.
poor woman who marries a rich man is likely to have more kids than
yeah, I guess so.
educated
Yeah.
person who married. Okay, makes sense.
No, it's more that two poor people are more likely to have kids than a poor person and a rich person, because the poor person would become rich if they married a rich person. It's more likely if you're poor.
I was wondering if
And
the
I
rich
guess that-
part actually mattered. That was the
It
what I was
does.
asking.
Okay, wait, this checks out in my personal life because I'm educated, but I'm also pretty poor and I don't have any kids. So obviously the
True.
education part of my brain
actually-
is somehow winning out
Hold
over
on,
the
that's
because you're a
poverty part of
man.
my brain.
Every college student in America is educated and super poor and doesn't have any kids. So
I'm
yeah,
not.
you're right.
I'm not a
It
college
this actually
student
checks out.
though. You know what I mean? Like that's
Well,
the
I-
thing.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
but you
matter.
don't
I'm
need
saying
a college
even post-
education or money to have
post-
children. I had my first kid when I
We're
was
not
20
talking
years
about that.
old, and I was
Yeah, no
working
one's- yeah,
fucking
no one's- no
minimum
one's saying
wage.
that.
Yeah, we
No one's saying that.
determined at this point that education is the real variable, not the money.
Well, I was a high school dropout, and I had no money, right? And I started having kids. There ain't no
Yeah,
fucking.
that's
because
fine.
you
No,
were
that
dropped
checks
out,
out.
not
Though.
because you
You were
didn't
both
have
uneducated and you were
Testy.
poor, so you were like the perfect storm for having kids, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
also predicator for relationship success.
A little
or
bit.
something. This whole thing
Hey
is
guys, we're so close.
just
We're
been a
so
litmus
close.
test
It's crazy.
for humanity.
Let's
On one
drill
side,
it one
people
more
who
time.
Be
long
real.
for love and meaning and human connection, desire
Yo, in
deeper
one go.
things,
Has
and
that
they're
ever
in touch
happened?
with their
No.
humanity. And on
There
the
is
other
not.
side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy
Blue
everything
Jays
pure and
That's how
healthy.
good this video is,
And
if
then
you
on the
think about it.
sidelines, normal
True.
people who just think this is a fun
Educating
game.
people not to have kids.
Yeah, that's probably most people. I think we're a little too online sometimes. So we have established that the broveries have been activated by
True.
this game.
Bro,
But is the
I
male
actually played this
biological
game,
clock
I'll be
real?
honest. I wanted a kid.
Unlike women who are born
oh, did
It
you?
works. It works.
Oh, did you like it? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
with a specific
actually
number
Miss Head,
of
we're talking about sex.
men create sperm
Man,
all
she's got
their life.
glasses
Right
like
now,
me.
as we
Look
speak,
at that.
your
This
balls
is why I
are
got these
creating
glasses.
sperm.
Because
I
you
saw
want
the
to
show on
fucking
that video.
Successfully get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy.
Actually, there's a
Can't get
game I
femboy
want to
pregnant.
Confluence. Let me
Stop
find it.
trying. Sperm quality
What
tends
is
to
it?
Oh, you'll see. Sorry, you can play the video. I'll dig it up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Head sex.
Okay.
decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old. So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age,
Oh, damn,
higher
you have an
paternal
age thing,
age
too.
has been associated with
I
autism,
gotta knock
schizophrenia, so basically being
my
a
girl
ShoeOnHead
up.
fan, and other rare genetic
Handsome.
disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro,
Yep.
focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is more than the ability to reproduce. You want energy
not.
to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life
Fucking
for a
dumb.
long time.
Whoa,
You want to see
testy
your kid
pills,
graduate
testy
and maybe
pills.
have children of their
Dumb
own. You want to
fucking
give
shit.
your
This is actually
parents
all true.
grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or
Fucking
mom.
feminist
But if that's how
propaganda.
it happens, that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro. And it's like, find a wife? From where? The wife store?
I posted
Listen,
this
I
actually.
believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana
Oh
of your
my
own one
God.
day. You will hang those drawings
Puke.
on
This
your
is so
fridge. Don't
inspirational.
don't do
What the
Shut
it.
up,
fuck is
Ed.
wrong
We're
with her?
all gonna make it. Same
Oh
team
god,
ladies watching.
Confluence
I
ruined
can
the
make it.
inspirational.
You can make it. So, what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those fatherly or motherly instincts? Is your biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever? If you
Subscribe
like
to
this
my
video,
channel.
please subscribe. And if you can,
find
donate
it.
to my
Yeah,
Patreon. Link down
Wow,
below.
this is the
All
Donate
patrons
to our
get the
Patreon.
raw,
This
is
uncensored
the
version of
first
the video,
video
a
we
day
actually
before it
got
comes
through.
out. And I'm going to start doing
I
live
don't know if
streams
Why
we've
was it
actually
this
ever
good?
done
for
this.
members only. So
That
that's
didn't
what the
take
fuck.
8
And I'll see you
videos
guys
about
soon
Body
with
Blue.
a new video, a slot
We
video,
did it.
hopefully.
We did a chat.
That's crazy. I actually don't know if we've ever done this. I don't think we ever have.
The Body Blue, but it took 8
Ugh.
videos.
The
Oh,
ending
no, we
is still the
finished
same.
videos, but never in one go.
Can you play the
worst
video?
Hold on,
fucking
but not just
one.
one go. Look at the time, dude. Look at the time.
I know it's
Oh, yeah,
not even like
All right,
late.
somebody hashtag ShoeOnHead so she covers Confluence covering it. And how
Okay,
bad
what is
it
it? Is this a serious thing you want to play, or is this gonna be like
World
sex
re-
with
No,
Hitler
I
or
definitely
something?
watch
World
No,
con- World
I definitely want you
Confluence
to play
record for
Yeah.
All right.
Cindy-
Oh, and we do have a celebratory finishing.
It's nothing to be proud of.
Teo says, keeping my word, good fucking job, guys. You finished it. We did finish it. And that was an incredible video. Can I just say? Anson, I hate that you're against that video. Because the whole thing at the end, she's like, the whole thing is like, have kids. Oh, wait. That's so Anson coded. And you're like, no, fuck her. What a feminist.
No,
She's
she was
literally
literally
encouraging
yeah.
her audience to have kids.
She was like,
She's
you have
doing
to
what you
plan
want.
shit, and you have to like be responsible and be married, and instead of like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
you need to fuck.
You
all
do-
right,
you do
women,
need to be
there's something
responsible, do you
fucking
not?
wrong with you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You want a fucking job and you want to be comfortable. Women, you need to shut the fuck up and get dicked down tonight by some dude. That's what she should have said.
It's just crazy that like you're like she didn't like go as insane as I want her to go. She didn't go full retard, so I'm gonna like call her a feminist and say that she's retarded. When she's telling people to have kids, she's saying have kids, do it. Don't wait. Don't listen to the red pill. You can make the bag now and just wait till later.
No,
she's using the testing point. She's
pill.
saying actually have kids.
No,
like that's a good thing. That's what you agree with.
Because then you won't know the fucking games
Never
the
listen
women
to the
are
red
playing.
pill.
If you don't listen, play fucking games.
What if I get out of the shower Confluence? What if my big reveal at the end of 3 weeks is that I actually did drag a chair into the shower? Okay, that'd be a pretty good bit. Okay,
I think we're $5 away from you turning on the water.
Yeah, we're getting close.
$5.
Okay, let's watch this. Watch this video.
Starts.
I gotta go take her.
I hate you, Testy. You said this is going to be it's a sperm. It's a sperm game.
Way to redirect.
I think it looks.
I do want to chase that egg.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. The one with the glasses is the Confluence.
It's
determined. It is Confluence. It is.
And it's
actually
ridiculously
Confluence.
optimistic.
Yeah, you have to consume all the other ones. True.
Oh, that's the ants
Now,
and sperm.
only people have to download or have to send Confluence just
But
$1
it will
each.
not be easy.
Just $1 each.
This is a fucking weird game. Whoever made this is like obsessed with sex but has never had it.
Perfect. This is actually
I feel like it's on point for the discussion. So.
This looks pretty awe-inspiring. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's
Damn, that sperm's wearing a sombrero.
This game is just gross.
Millions perished.
If you think
Miracle of Life.
is gross, then you just
Hey,
fucking shut up and
Confluence,
go
look, you
away.
got another
Oh my
super
god.
Shit.
The making
This
of
is
the
gonna be the
zygote.
next dream
Holy
game.
shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck out of
That
here.
looked great. Okay, that looked great.
That looks like one of the stupidest games I've ever seen.
Oh, come on.
Then you
wanna
obviously
play as
haven't
a
seen
sperm and a
Coconut
sombrero?
Simulator.
I do not.
$3
actually-
away.
You're right. I have not seen
SK2.
Coconut Simulator. I will give you
Oh,
that.
I've seen Coconut Simulator. Yeah.
So
What
All
is
the
it?
achievements are just how long you can sit there as a
You can play
coconut.
that as an actual.
Oh yeah.
The chat just sends $1 each.
I don't want to say it.
We can have Confluence turn on the shower.
So basically,
how much
Coconut
do we need?
Simulator is the modern cookie clicker.
I have to go pee. Speaking
Sounds
of, I'm
about
gonna take
right.
my shower, so you guys
No,
might
no,
actually
right
hear
there.
me pee
Looking.
because I'm just
Shoot
gonna turn
it
around
right
and
there.
pee, so you can actually hear me this
Everybody
time.
listen. Everybody listen closely.
You just sit on a beach as a coconut.
Oh,
you
he's
just
sitting on the
wait,
toilet.
and then you unlock achievements by how long you
Sitting on the
wait.
toilet.
That
Oh,
that
damn.
sounds like cookie
He's sitting
clicker
on
to
the
me.
toilet to piss.
He's sitting on the toilet. He's
That is
pissing on
weird.
this
That
side
is
of
some weird
Yeah.
shit.
to make noise. Yeah.
Yep. You know, peeing sitting down is bad for your
Not
prostate.
gonna lie.
Oh, I
Is that
heard
a fucking didgeridoo? Like what's
Heard it.
that?
There it is.
Yeah, he's got that. What's that little splish splash at the end where you
Like a
got
fucking bird. It's just all at once.
That's weak stream, Confluence. That's a weak
That's a-
stream.
Damn,
Like
dude,
a
you need
squeezing
some-
the last
you
part
need-
out
you need to
stream,
figure
buddy.
that out, man. That is a super weak stream. Holy shit.
Super weak
Go see a
stream.
doctor, man.
He has prostate cancer.
Don't say that.
Holy shit. Key style is Kirk coded.
Cancer fluence.
Kirkfluence.
Disavow.
Rage Page said it was kidney stones.
So is Marilyn going to come around, or did you drive her away, Big Soda, with your unnecessary blocking her out of the Discord?
No, she's
No. Yeah, I was gonna say we both shook hands at the end of it. I just had to delete specific words. Like I kept everything up besides the words that were. Yeah, like besides that one word that she said like 8 times.
Full on hater.
Which word was that?
Damn. You know, now that you mention it, I'm gonna have to go back and check. I'll get back with you.
Okay.
Confluence. He used to sit. We just found that out.
Damn, dude, are you not done already?
He's probably taking a shit next.
He's milking his prostate.
He's probably cleaning off the lid and everything.
Yeah, he
Out
peed on
of
the
his
seat.
splashback. Okay.
How come can pee without poo, but can't poo without pee?
Confluence does both at the same time.
So he's got a cloaca.
Perfect.
Yep.
True. Cloaca fluence.
Cloaca fluence. Rage page. We need a Pokemon card.
Oh, wait, I can get the image for that.
Rage Page is taking my job of making cards.
Oh wait, I don't know who makes the cards. I assumed it was
K2 makes the
Who that
card.
took a pee? Yes.
Isn't that the book that Butters wrote in South Park?
Yes. I think actually yes, it is. The poo that takes a pee. Yeah.
What are you eating, Confluence?
No, I was drinking water.
Whatever he just.
Eating things.
Sorry,
Yeah.
K2, we need
He
those
likes
two
to be-
Pokemon
He likes
cards.
to make it renewable when he pees. He likes to make sure that it's ready for him to drink too.
Cloaca fluence, bird coated.
Yeah, everyone has their roles in Confluence
Also
Chaos
gotta
Incorporated.
make-
Okay.
Also got to
Yeah.
make.
You also do not own your own property.
True.
You also
It's
got to
Steel
make
Man. Hey, Steel Man.
Camel Fluence. The Camel Fluence.
Yo.
Is Confluence a one hump camel or a two hump camel?
Oh, that's a good question. We should have the chat.
Oh, which one? They're what's they're called? Oh, what are they called? What's the camel
Bactrian
names?
camel versus
Yes. The
Bactrian camel
doe
versus the other one.
starts with a D, right?
The dumb camel.
Oh, what's it called? It starts with I know it starts with a D, but I can't remember what it's called. I think the D is the one with the two humps. I'm definitely a two hump.
No, I thought it was
I
Bactrian.
don't know,
that has
Confluence.
the-
You seem like a one hump camel to me.
Yeah, one hump. I gotta agree.
What is the other camel called?
The Bactrian camel has two humps. I was correct.
Dromedary. Dromedary? I don't know how to say that.
Well, deciduous camel.
the coniferous camel. Actually, no, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the two hump camel, it looks a little untoward. I mean, you guys tell me.
Okay, then you're the two hump camel.
Oh, I don't know why it's sideways now. What
Oh,
happened?
see, look at
It's a
that.
video?
That's a very useful graphic. Look at that.
Just send me the.
Oh, I
Nobody's
see.
ever
That's
gonna
a
forget
fun.
that now.
That's a
Whatever
fun mnemonic
Fluence
way.
You want me to make a card, and I could probably do that.
But yeah, the two
Yeah,
humps is
he's a
kinda
two hump
weird.
camel. Look
But
at
do
it.
you sit between the hump?
Yeah, I think so. How do you even sit on the one hump?
Well, this is weird because
I don't
C is
know.
for Confluence, and C sits comfortably
Okay.
between B and D, so it could go either way.
Super soft, right?
Yeah, because they're filled with water, right?
They're
No,
they're
they're
not
full
filled with
fat.
water.
No.
They're fat deposits.
Oh,
And
okay,
it's
fat.
even a fun camel fact that maybe you guys know. Camels store more water than if they had actual water inside them. You guys know that?
You ever see
Because
the
they
one where
store
Bear
fat
Grylls
that converts to
crawls inside the
literally
camel?
more water than if they're literally filled with water.
Yeah.
They're somehow water maxing more than
it's not,
possible.
It's not. I don't think it's water. The fat doesn't turn into water. It's
No,
just they
it's-
can convert
it's
fat
there.
to energy without
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I saw
Do you
I saw
think
Vsauce
camel
on
was
this.
like
Flanker
exhausted
it.
and wouldn't have big humps?
Clanker it. Clanker it.
I
Flanker
suppose.
Fluence.
I suppose. I suppose.
Bactrian.
$100 says I'm right.
Oh, okay.
You ever,
Maybe I'm
you
wrong.
ever see a baby camel? I never saw a baby camel until the other day, and it's kind of cute.
I feel like
They are really
99%
cute.
of baby animals are cute.
Oh wait, no. Here we go. When fat is
Yeah, that's
broken
true.
down,
Baby
it
camel.
produces metabolic water as a byproduct. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
my God,
cellular
baby camel.
respiration.
Oh, it does
there we
both?
go.
Yeah,
Good
baby
to know.
camel.
Sounds fake and gay.
They look fucking weird though.
Just like Confluence.
Baby camels do.
All camels, but baby, I guess yeah, all of them.
Oh wow, they look like alpacas.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is this guy? Holy shit! What happened to this guy? Look at this. Look at this
Alpaca
nonsense.
fluence.
What is happening?
Look at that thing! Isn't that like?
I
Isn't that
can't
like
really
stupidly
see, like, where's
adorable?
his eyes?
Little ball of fluff. Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
there. He doesn't
And
know
his feet
shit.
are just like balls of fluff too.
It looks like some
Sounds very
fucking
strange.
sprite
Alpaca
animator
fluence.
made
Looks
it.
like it belongs in a wheelchair.
Oh,
that
damn,
guy looks
that's harsh.
derpy as fuck.
That's harsh, Big Soda.
This is a Down syndrome camel.
He's a
I guess
fluffy
yeah, that
little
was
guy.
kind of hard.
Like,
I mean,
how
clearly,
could you
yeah.
be mad at a fluffy little guy?
Wait, can animals get Down syndrome? I'm curious now.
Actually, okay.
I think camels have it
Cats
naturally.
can
Actually, a
have
really
Down
good question.
syndrome.
I don't know.
Oh, I have seen Down syndrome cats. Yeah, they look fucking weird.
Wait, really?
They got, like weird eyes.
Yeah, they're like.
That is really unfortunate.
Yes, animals can get the equivalent of Down syndrome, but
They just don't
usually
survive it.
describe. I guess yeah. Okay,
Well,
it's
in the
extra
wild, they
copy. Blah
wouldn't.
blah.
It's like less noticeable.
Have trisomes. Many animals can be born with extra chromosomes. Trisomy, just like
Trisomy.
humans. Oh yeah, primates, mice, dogs, and cats. Huh. Man, imagine being not only are you a fucking chimp, but you're a fucking retarded chimp. Holy shit.
And
Can we see a
Amazar
picture of that?
did him dirty.
Yeah, let's see a Down syndrome chimp.
No, I didn't see that.
He must be really strong.
I
feel like this is racist if I show this, okay, but
I
it's
just
not
love to
meant
have
to be.
these conversations. Oh, that's
he just
old.
looks like he wants
Oh,
to
I'm not
murder
really
you. That's
racist.
okay.
I think he's just blind.
That's
I don't think
It's
it's
Who's that
racist that
kid
you
in the
thought that
background?
would be racist. Actually,
It's just funny to go from camels to like. I wonder if animals have Down syndrome.
Down.
That's true. Imagine the strength of a Down syndrome chimpanzee. Holy shit. Because Down syndrome people
Oh,
are
God.
shockingly strong, right?
'Cause
That
they
thing would
don't-
rip
they
your
don't- they
freaking
don't-
face
they
off.
don't have the
Well, it's
same,
like certain
Oh, shoot,
disabled
Anson's in the
people,
back.
yeah.
Oh, I knew it was way too
Why
gentle
is
and
this your
quiet in here.
photo? Why does it have an
What type of-
OBS
what type
logo
of
on my
Sharingan
face?
is
At
this?
least you're hiding my hairline, Anson. I appreciate it. Looking out for a homie.
All right, so I put your cloaca fluence picture in the Discord.
Uh-oh.
Cloaca fluence.
Uh-oh.
Is it untoward?
Yeah,
Of course it is.
someone requested a cloaca fluence Pokemon card,
All right.
so I
Oh wow,
Cloaca.
that's
Oh.
that's.
I don't like
something-
that at all.
something else.
I don't like that at all.
Alex, did you ask what a cloaca is?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's like the
That's
omni hole.
awful.
It's how birds mate, but it's like they also pee and piss through the same hole. So it's like
Oh,
the omni hole.
Oh,
This is nightmare fuel. This is
They pee
nightmare
and they piss,
fuel.
huh?
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
can't even look at that.
Well, most birds, not all birds pre-produce that way, but most birds, yeah, it's like the hole that's used for everything, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know.
That's why my grandpa would say, "Why do you want to eat something that comes out of a chicken's ass?" And I always thought he was retarded because I was like, "Well, no, it doesn't go out of their ass." And then I was around chickens, and I was like, "Yeah, it comes out of their ass." I mean,
That's
all one
actually-
thing.
It's the only hole they got.
I've actually seen an egg being laid live, and I think I was disturbed from it.
That's actually how you get
Because
salmonella because the bird shit.
Yeah.
I went to
One
I went
time-
to go check
the
the
literal
egg for
bird
the
shit.
eggs, and then I saw the chicken laying it when I opened the hatch, and I'm like, I'm
kinda
not
gross,
the same
right?
as I was.
I saw something, Teo, you don't even know. I saw something so much worse. So I used to be around a lot of chickens, like 100 chickens, and
Uh-oh.
I was responsible for getting the eggs, and the chickens would like
The
bogart
rooster
the
ever
eggs and
chased
shit.
you around?
No, these are like caged, unfortunately, in very small cages. And I had to lift the chicken out, and then its cloaca was facing me, and then I guess the shell had broken down, so it just squirted out like a yolk out of its hole,
man.
just like,
fuck that.
and it was like it was
man.
disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting.
You
I'm not
got
gonna lie.
yokeled.
Yeah, it's literally. I think they call that a yokel. I think it's literally
It was
what they call
awful.
it. Yeah.
Yep, bird or chickens. I had family that used to raise them, and like it is cool to have fresh eggs. Like they do taste better, in my opinion. But
They do.
They
do
fucking
taste
they're
way
noisy.
better.
They shit everywhere.
Well,
They're
if you
just-
have an acre of land
They-
with like,
They kill
adequate
your
space for
mice.
them to run around.
I guess that's true, yeah. But like every morning, the rooster is gonna like it's a real thing. They're fucking.
Well, do you
loud
need
as
a
fuck.
rooster?
They are.
Well,
you
if you wanna
don't
keep
need a
them-
rooster unless you
If
want
you want
more
more chickens,
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but you can always just.
Unless
buy
you want to
chickens,
go
they're
to
not that expensive.
Tractor Supply every spring and buy a new set of chickens.
Sure, why the fuck not?
Some roosters are very friendly and they'll let you
Why
like
are they
pick them
giving
up
it a
and pet
rooster?
them, but other roosters are assholes.
super territorial. Yeah.
do you know you can rent chickens online? This is a real thing. You can rent chickens. Yeah,
Like the fuck or
they'll
what?
ship them to you.
I think
They'll
that's
ship
just the
chickens
main
to you.
thing. I think
I
that's
was
the
actually
main
looking
thing.
this up.
Via
You know when the
USPS in the
Minecraft
US.
movie was happening and that guy brought a chicken And I was like, can you rent a chicken? Like, can you just like get, and you can rent a chicken. You can.
That'd be stupid because at that point you'd already have to have all the infrastructure to take care of that chicken. Why not just have your own fucking chicken? Why are you paying somebody a monthly fee to have that chicken?
I don't know. I guess it's like if you just want some eggs
want
for a few months or something, you have a backyard.
Capitalism really is cooked.
If you want a different rooster into your flock to not inbred for the chickens.
That's true.
Like if you rent a rooster for breeding purposes, okay, but like if you're renting the hens just for like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay them a monthly fee to get my eggs on top of what I'm already paying to take care of them.
Hens for breeding purposes too, couldn't you?
I mean, maybe.
If you have a rooster, but all the hens there are already.
Behold, rentthechicken.com. Why rent the chicken? Okay, they have answers. They have answers, Teo, to why you might want to rent the chickens.
Let's find out the answers. Please read it.
Like I've raised chickens and ducks.
Wait, are you renting? Wait, is this like a chicken daycare? Because even chickens need a vacation. Are you giving them chickens or are you taking their chickens? Now I'm confused.
The closest.
Why does it say even chickens need a like? Is that gonna make me get a? I'm like, oh, those poor chickens. I want to give them a vacation. Is that the selling point?
What?
What did I just stumble into?
What? I have to pack.
Okay, he's making the chickens talk.
That's kind
Not
of
necessarily,
for later.
They gotta go through the pecking order.
For later, absolutely.
So fucking weird.
They gotta go through the pecking order.
Cloacafluence, no. No, cloacafluence.
Want to fuck a chick, but no human will allow it. Welcome to rentthechicken.com.
That's horrible.
Yes,
we have the best cloaca. It's the best cloacas money can buy.
It's like
you're renting like these
that.
chicken farm
God
chickens,
damn.
like caged chickens, like they get to get out of their cage for like a week as a reward for laying the most eggs or some shit.
This is what it sounds like, yeah. Because why is it framing it as like give the chicken a vacation? Like we're mistreating our animals so much.
This reeks of just like buy your own fucking chickens. Why are you renting other people's
you know what
chickens?
This is? You know what this is?
This is a money laundering.
This is like PETA, you know? It's like how you get them to rescue chickens for a little bit to give them a break. Like, yeah, we're gonna torture these chickens unless you guys pay for us. Pay, and then we'll send them to you and you can have them for a little bit, but then when we take them back, we'll be.
I know for a fact that PETA doesn't actually give a shit about animals.
I know they kill them. I know.
What if my
They
rented
actually
chicken
want to kill
dies?
all
What
the
is?
animals,
What the
believe it or
fuck?
not.
That got real fast.
What is
He
that?
does an awful order.
We will replace chickens free of charge within our free delivery areas as long as the death of the rented chicken was not due to neglect. Okay.
dude, this.
Oh yeah.
more
Also,
important.
sometimes chickens just don't survive the mail system. Like if you leave that, like
True.
one time my family ordered chickens and
Mail
the post
site.
office didn't deliver them on time, and then that place stunk to high hell because there were just dead chickens in a box.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how
it's
do they-
crazy
how do
that
they
it's legal
ship
to
them?
fucking mail people chickens. That doesn't seem right.
No, it's not. It's actually that is
need a
actually
next
the way
day
to
air,
send
though.
chickens.
I guess so. I didn't think about
US
it.
It's not
but I
really.
guess-
I can't really find shipping
USPS
information.
will
Okay, so I
send
can't mail
eggs
people
through
psychedelics, but they can mail people live organisms.
Wait,
Correct.
wait,
why
wait,
not?
Confluence.
You shouldn't
options
mail
at the
them. You
top.
should next day air them.
You
Yeah,
could
you
give
have to
somebody
do
a
that there.
chicken.
Give someone a chicken.
If you go to the top, it says gift options.
Because it gets.
Oh shit! Someone buy me if I dox myself. Will you guys send me a chicken?
I'll
Oh,
send
dude,
you
I
a
would send
chicken.
you. I would send you a dozen chickens. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. I'll send it to your parents' place. See what they say.
Chicken fluence.
Chicken fluid.
Oh, I would like to own chicken. This site has convinced me. I do want to rent the chicken. I do
Do not
want to
rent the chicken. Just
Never
buy your own
mind.
goddamn chicken.
Hold on, his Taiwanese family will fucking cook it alive.
Well, that's a good
maybe
point.
if they have some fresh butt orbs from chickens, then they'll think about it. They'll be like,
Butt
these are tasty.
You gotta kill them when they're old and can't produce as much eggs anymore.
Oh yeah,
This has got to be
exactly.
expensive because I've
Well,
said before they used to
they
grow
also don't
salvia,
taste
and
as
I
good when they're
ordered
old
the
'cause their
salvia,
muscles get
and they had to be
really
live plants,
skinny.
and I paid $300 in shipping to order live salvia plants because
Wait,
like
you were growing salvia, like that shit that makes you trip
Yeah, that's
balls.
hardcore, dude. Yeah,
yeah,
part of the mint
Oh, God.
family. Fun
Why would you do
fact.
that?
it's part of the sage family,
I
not
don't
the
think
mint
so.
family.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
the sage
Grams of
family.
salvia,
Yes.
have fun, motherfucker.
It's salvia is a diviner's sage is another name for it.
Wait, I just googled it.
No, I
It
think
says-
I.
do which
I
one
think I
was
even-
right?
Sage fluence.
Is it both?
Is Sage part of the Mint family?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I'll get to
they're on the
bottom.
same family. I think that like Walmart even like was at one point selling salvia.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, that was just the end of it. Yeah, I think Walmart sold it
You are
before.
the most Canadian person I've ever
No,
met.
we're just talking about two different things. So salvia or the genus versus like the species or whatever the terms are. So we were both right.
Oh, so the genus has mint in it, or what?
Well, the reason I remember it was a weird fun fact because it's the only known plant part of this like subgroup that makes you like trip out. Like it's not associated with other hallucinogens. Like it's kind of like an outlier in terms of hallucinogenic plants. That's the only reason. It's like a thing I knew from ages
Most
ago.
sage, yeah. I don't think any other sage will do this to you either.
Yeah, so it's like it's unique in its mechanism. Like they don't quite understand it, and it's not really like anything else. Dude, I've
I
seen
never
videos on
used my
YouTube
own
of people
salvia,
doing
to be clear, though. Okay.
I've heard people's experiences of salvia. Like it just does not seem like a good time from everything I've heard about it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Drugs.
Oh, you never had? I thought
Yeah.
Confluence. Haven't you like experienced it before?
No, I tried one time. I tried one time with an extract that I didn't grow, and I don't know if I did it wrong or if it didn't get hot enough or whatever.
Yeah, I had some. I had
just
a couple
felt
good
like a little goofy.
Yeah,
this is what I wanted, Let's Chief. I was gonna like chew the leaves. That was my plan. That's why I was growing it. I thought if I nurtured the plant, this is gonna sound lame, but if I grew the plant, then I would like form some type of connection to it. Okay, and then it would be a better experience. But I never ended up using it. So never ended up using it. Then I went back to Wisconsin and I had a friend, and again I spent $300 on delivery, let alone the cost of the plants. And I had a friend, I was like, just please water my salvia plants. Okay, I had like 3 of them. I named them. I gave them names. I had little labels on them with their names and everything. And then he fucking killed them, and he didn't water them. Now I can never do salvia because the plant's probably gonna fucking destroy my mind because of that. But it's not my fault.
Oh, that's true. In Canada, though, you
probably
can
lucked
buy
out.
the seeds. You can buy the seeds legally, so you can try again.
What, really?
Yeah, because it's not considered like a part. I mean, it's like not considered. It's not a widely used drug. It's not really a party.
I don't think it. Wait, Testy. I don't think it grows from seeds.
Like psychedelics are legal where I am in the US.
It grows from cuttings. Like that's why I had to pay $30 shipping. And from what I remember, because all salvia that's in America is genetically identical because it grows up and then it breaks off and then it like hits the ground and it grows up and it breaks off. So you have to get little like whatever they're called, like sproutings. I don't think you can buy like salvia divinorum seeds.
I'm pretty sure you can, but maybe it's been ages.
Some version of a seed.
I used to be interested in like growing mushrooms and stuff, and I was like, I went through a phase, but I never. Salvia was just one I was like, I'll pass.
Yeah, no, the AI says, it says salvia divinorum seeds are extremely rare as the plant rarely produces viable seeds and usually propagates through cuttings based Confluence.
Well, but then again, we're both right because it does make seeds. They're just
It does do
apparently-
both.
Can you buy them? I don't know if you can buy them. No.
You make
Yeah,
yourself
you can buy them. I'm
eliminating
sure you
seeds.
could.
Another problem with this place.
All right, I gotta go, guys. You guys have a good night.
I know.
Oh, Sevens,
Take a good
Alex.
rest.
Later.
Yo, man, have you done? You as the hallucinogenic expert on the panel, have you done? Salvia
Obviously, he
divinorum?
has. Look at that terrifying shit he has behind him.
Oh, you're muted. I think.
No, he's muted. Steelman, you're muted. Can we pull cloaca fluids off the screen? That's making me very uncomfortable.
That's
can you hear me
grounds for
okay?
TOS.
Sorry, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've experienced good salvia before. I had a good batch of good salvia until you let too many people in your house, and like all your shit gets taken at some point. But but I did have that batch for a while until but I didn't. So you take anyways. So let me give you my experience. Like when I took it, now that I think about it, I could more. Okay, so it only lasts for a couple seconds, right? Like maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, or whatever, right? Now, my buddy who took it, he said that it looked like everyone in the room turned into like cardboard cartoon cutouts and were like dancing around him. That was his experience. My experience was like, that's how he explained it, right? But my experience was like the vibration, got so intense throughout my body. I never really thought about it like this until I explained it to you guys. It was like being kind of like electrocuted. Like if you've ever like had an electrical shock.
That's that Kundalini rising, low key. I'm serious.
Yeah, it was like it's kind of like DMT though, and DMT is it's kind of like that too, right? Where it's like you can start to like everything start like it's that vibration, you know what I mean? And then like everything in the room starts to like
DMT is wild.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? How like everything starts to take on like that vibrate into that like real intense vibration where that's kind of like that's what salvia was to me, was like this 15 to 30 seconds of just like your whole body becomes like you're being electrocuted almost or something, you know?
Sounds fun.
See, that's a crazy thing.
Not a lot of fun, you know.
That's even like, I don't know if you've ever done like astral projection, Steelman, or anything, but that's like a universal thing with people that try to astrally project is you will feel like vibrations. Like that's just like something that everyone, I don't know what the biological reason is for that, but you'll feel like everything is like, and that seems to be like in like yogic practices too. There's always like a point when you get the vibrations. I don't know why that is, but
good vibrations.
That checks out.
I mean, you're probably
Those are
just
the good
way
ones.
more in tune with your body and your systems, and you can feel them on a level you wouldn't sober because your brain chooses to ignore it most of the time, unless you open up your, third eye per se and are exposed to that lateral thinking.
It's actually people just being dumb
Yes,
fucks
Ellie,
and
it is.
thinking that shit exists that doesn't exist, right? If you're on fucking drugs, like it's not fucking real. Steel,
Yeah, but I'm not saying drugs. I'm saying
astral
Hanson, hold on.
projection. Okay, astral projection is just as dumb as everything that
Thank you,
Steelman
Hanson.
is saying. That's
Thank
some
you.
fucking dumb shit, Confluence.
Okay, but then
You're a
I'm just saying you
fucking
can't.
retard.
That's
I don't know
fine.
what
You
astral
can't say
projecting is.
you're on drugs. Then you can't say, oh, it's the
Yeah,
drugs.
okay.
Of course you're
It's the
not on
same
drugs.
sort of nonsensical bullshit as thinking astral projections are real as anything related to a psychedelic trip is real.
First of all,
Hold on a second. Let's talk about this.
I didn't ascribe any like
You didn't, but let's talk about this for a second, Anson. Anson, there's literally Harvard professors of psychology, Timothy Leary being one of them, who said he learned more about psychology on a single dose of LSD than he had at his entire career.
Well, that's fair. I mean, when I used to take psychedelics, they would always teach me something, and then I stopped taking them because they just started making me feel like I was dead. So that boat has sailed.
Maybe what you needed to learn was that you're dead.
No, like the first thing psychedelics ever taught me was it's all about perception of yourself, because I took a bunch of mushrooms and I looked in the mirror for like a long ass time and I watched me change from like skinny to fat to kind of like toned, and I'm like, it all depends on how I feel about myself. Holy shit.
Oh, that's so real. Like that's some real shit, right? Like that's what I realized on that one as well, is that we actually like project our own image, right? And that we can like morph what we look like through our own thoughts and whatnot. Exactly.
I mean, I've only ever done, apart from like I guess MDMA, but I've done like LSD and mushrooms, but I don't tend to speak on them publicly because it feels like it is a more of a personal.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It affects everyone slightly differently.
Yeah.
And it depends on the dosage as well.
Yeah. But like a handful of times each. I've never been like super down the rabbit hole.
Dude, what you were saying reminded me so much of what my buddy said about his experience one time. He said he was with his wife tripping, and he said he watched her grow old right in front of his eyes, and it was crazy as hell to him.
Did he still love her?
We'll never know.
That's a weird question.
We'll never
Sorry,
know.
what was that? Sorry, what was that?
I said, like, he watched her grow old in front of his eyes. Did he still love her? I feel like that's like a pretty big test, you know?
Oh, well, actually, he felt really bad, and actually, this guy
broke up with her the next day.
Yeah, let's just say he went and like they didn't stay together.
Oh God! Oh really? That's sad.
I don't think that was why.
Oh,
It's 'cause
damn.
well, the thing is, he's like one of those Hispanic like players, who like chases all the women.
Yeah.
So, like,
to be fair, I was in a
Wait,
long
this one's
distance
gonna get old?
relationship,
Fuck
and I had a bit of an awakening when I chose to partake, and I decided like this doesn't make fucking sense. I've just moved to a new area with a bunch of new prospects, and if I do something to ever hurt her feelings, I'm never gonna forgive myself. So I just got to let go. And part of me wishes I didn't do that because like I threw something away that was really good for me.
Oh, that's sad. It's like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's real.
almost like making decisions based on drugs is dumb.
You know, here's the best way I could describe it without sounding too like hippie-ish. I've always said that like, and this is also wrong. True, there's a saying. It's like you weren't born with a cigarette in your hand or something. It's like any sort of drug or any sort of, I guess, exogenous thing that you put in yourself. I don't think it's necessary. I see. Like, there are people I used to know that would take, like, I knew a guy that took LSD and he went to go watch the Transformers movie. Then and I was just like, bro, that's not my idea of like a good time. Like, for me, I want there to be some sort of quote unquote meaning to it, even if I can accept that maybe this is just my mind playing, you know, doing whatever to me. Like, I'm at least open to that experience because you kind of have to be. But I see it as like it can be a shortcut. It can kind of give you some insights, or on the flip side, it can also be a deeply traumatic experience. And it's not something I like. I'm not one of those people who like, yeah, you have to do this to like open your mind. And like, I know some people that advocate for the use of these things, and I'm like, it takes a certain type of person, and you have to be in a certain place in your life.
Yep.
And all these like other factors sort of have to line up for, I think, for me to even say like it might be a good idea. But yeah, that's kind of how I think. Like, it could be beneficial to you, and it could also be like fucking horrible for you.
Like a Michael Bay film just doesn't sound like a good environment to trip because it's all just fucking explosions and like Transformers, especially just product placement for the Chevy Camaro.
Well, he was a heavy user, so for him, like he had already shifted to this place of like as a party drug type of thing, and I was just like, I don't want that.
I know. I always thought those people were crazy. I'd be at some parties and some guys like tripping on mushrooms, and it's like, why at a party? Like,
I could never. Like, if I'm on mushrooms,
Right.
I want to be like in a quiet room with maybe a couple of friends, listening to like fucking Tool or Pink Floyd, like stereotypical, but it's true. I want like a comfortable environment.
Yeah, and then
speaking of Tool, like when I chose to indulge in some DMT and close my eyes, I saw like in the distance an opening, like a white opening that really resembled the cover of the Anima album, and it kept making me go closer to that opening, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready to go through there. And I opened my eyes and I was like, okay, yeah, not ready yet.
I appreciate Paige, by the way. She's giving me love in chat, and I'm like, wait, I do deserve this. Especially more than
Well, giving me hate. How dare you, Rage Page? Because I called her a pick me for hating on ShoeOnHead, you know.
Oh, that's like
Rage
the
Page is mad at you.
It's like a slur to women. Call them a pick me.
But okay, so there's Jordan Peterson. I actually came across this thing where Jordan Peterson did a whole like hour-long thing on psilocybin, and he talks about, he actually brought up, I think it was in that discussion where he brings up the whole drug thing, and he says, well, what's different? I think it's him who says what's different about this and any drug is if you look at the studies on this, it's something about 70% of the people who were studied with the psilocybin showed long-term positive effects, and then it said that people who had negative effects didn't show long-term negative effects. They just didn't like it or had a bad experience, but it wasn't a long-term negative effect. And he said the difference between a drug and this stuff is that this has no long-term negative effects, and it only has positive long-term effects.
Wait, which substance is this, or is this just
Psilocybin.
psychedelics broadly? Oh, psilocybin.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is obviously anecdotal, but you know, I know Destiny, not to bring up Destiny, but Destiny had consumed a large amount of psilocybin, and he said he was getting panic attacks for like 2 years afterwards.
Yeah, but he took like 6 or 8 grams, or he did like
it was like a retarded amount. Yeah,
that's horrible.
But still, no, I agree. I mean, I think he should be able to take as much as he wants, and I would, you know, and he shouldn't be.
Well, so
you know what I'm saying. In my
in
theory.
Amsterdam, it was so Amsterdam is like its gray area, so it's technically not legal, but it's legal to grow for aesthetic purposes, which is kind of the loophole. It's like you can grow it because it looks pretty, but technically it's like not for human consumption. And they did that one to crack down on the tourists, but yeah, I think it used to be legal. But basically what happened was a tourist went there, they did mushrooms, and then they jumped off the roof of their like hotel. And like, and this was just off of mushrooms, right? So it's like,
no one's jumping off the roof of the hotel from. That's like some old LSD story where like
that's what I'm saying.
who are
I
like
agree.
studying with LSD.
I agree. It's like a very atypical thing. I'm not trying to use this as a scare tactic. I'm just saying, like, I have seen people with bad trips, right? Like, actual like distress, and so
we can't deny that happens. I mean,
Right.
I've had to babysit people that are losing their mind, and they would hurt themselves easily
but having
if they weren't
just
stopped.
counterweight to back up Steelman a little bit, I do think broadly, like, even if you have a bad time, I think most people will be fine. Like, I don't think it leads to like either real like immediate harm or like long-term harm
Yeah,
compared to like tons
if
of
you're
other.
out in nature and you're doing that shit, you're probably gonna have a good time. Like one of the
Yeah.
best times of my life
Being
on
indoors can
psychedelics
be
was
very
like on the shore of Lake Superior, looking at the stars and the freaking clouds are moving past. I'm like, wow, this must be like what life is. And then artificial light started to sicken me after that. And then I lost my friends, and then they're like, dude, where are you at? And I'm like, I'm on a swing. You should try it.
There's a place close to me that is legal to go and do like an ayahuasca ceremony because they get like an indigenous carve out, but you don't have to be indigenous to actually go. So I think that would be like super cool to do in an actual like ceremonial setting. The people playing the little drums or blowing the smoke or whatever they do. I don't know, but I think that would be a cool experience. Why is everyone muted at once? What the hell?
I'm not
Oh,
muted.
I was just looking up that story. So it was in 2013, and I think because of the bad publicity off of this is why they changed the law where it's like pseudo legal or whatever. So, and again, I'm not saying this is the typical thing. I think this is a very I agree. It is usually these stories are told more as like a scare tactic of like, yeah,
Okay,
you're gonna
yeah.
like jump off a bridge or you're gonna think you can fly or all these things, right? So, but
But at
like
least it's the real
for
story.
certain
That's all
people,
left over from the Reagan administration.
yeah, but for certain people, and only because I've seen it firsthand, like I saw somebody legit have like a breakdown, and it was like, yeah, it can be a pretty scary thing for people, and I think a lot of it is like your own baggage. Like if you have a lot of emotional shit going on, like it's hard to describe, but like you need to be in a decent place mentally,
Yeah.
to begin with,
So-
which sounds almost counterintuitive because a lot of people think this will like fix my mental issues, and they're going in with those expectations, and instead it just turns on them. So like you already kind of have to be in a somewhat okay place mentally.
So I would, just to touch on that is that I think this is sort of one of the origins of like the priestly class, the priest or the shaman class that became the priest, where, you would have the guide, the spirit guide, who would kind of help you to have a good trip, right? Until you got good at it. And so this is where you get like the apprentice type ship and like the journeyman, like the master sorcerer, right? So that's what Jesus ultimately, in my opinion, if he was a man, this is what he was, right? He was like the master sorcerer of mushrooms, right? Or he could take like he was able to take like high doses regularly and actually maintain himself. You know what I'm saying? But it takes like skill and like practice to get there. You know what I mean? It's like
So
you're
he
saying,
built up a
yeah.
tolerance to drugs, and you're elevating him to some sort of status of like completing some task that made him better than other people because he did a lot of drugs.
So I don't know if you're like trying to gaslight me or you're just like,
No,
actually
I'm not.
feel-
I'm saying what you're saying, only not dumb.
But that psilocybin mushrooms aren't drugs. What makes it a drug?
Well, the psilocybin.
Well, I'm saying what makes it a drug any more than blueberries or any other superfood?
It like alters your consciousness level.
Yeah, but I would say that if
it
you were to
makes
eat,
it makes you see things that aren't there.
No, it
it
doesn't.
changes your mood.
I've never seen anything that's
intentionally.
not there on
People
mushrooms.
have been
Never
known
once.
to abuse it because of that. Let's see. There's many other aspects
First
of
of all-
that and drugs. It's not that dissimilar to alcohol, where people can build up tolerances and use it to escape reality because they don't like the existence.
Anson,
of
what I'm
things.
saying is-
Similar though, like it's
No,
not.
you can
it's
build
not
up
like,
a tolerance to psychedelics.
it's
That's
not,
why you only do
it's
them
not
like once a
habit
month.
forming though in the same way. It's like an alcohol.
Well, yeah, all drugs have different kinds of toxicity and dependency, and and there's different forms for each one. Like marijuana is highly addictive, but because of the way it's stored in your fat cells, you don't actually feel the addiction when you and the withdrawal when you stop using it. But alcohol is different. Like you could die from the withdrawal,
right? So every
Well,
drug's
yeah.
a little bit different, right? Psychedelics no different. That doesn't change it from the drug category.
No, I'm talking about psilocybin. Yeah, psilocybin
I would never say it's not
mushrooms.
a drug, but there is a difference between a drug where you become dependent on it, like physically dependent, like alcohol or benzos or opium, versus a drug like psilocybin or cannabis where you're becoming maybe mentally dependent,
Hold on a
but
second.
not physically.
I'm saying.
Steelman, you're muted.
Yeah, stay muted though. You sound better that way. Well, I found something called the best twerk compilation of 2024. It says it may be inappropriate. Should I add that to the video, Confluence?
No, how about we
I
just
mean,
keep
if
the
they haven't
Fortnite
gotten
people?
TOS for the red leather asses shaking, then I think a twerk competition is going to be fine.
I don't agree with Theo.
Yeah, I agree with Teo.
Sorry, my mic was in and out there. But Anson, I mean, if you want to get technical, I would love to. What definition of drug are you using? And I want to know how a psilocybin mushroom in your definition would be any different than.
I'm using whatever proprietary definition I need to prove my point.
Exactly, and I disagree with that.
Well,
That's what
you're
I'm saying.
wrong.
That's why I'm saying you're literally gaslighting because
I'm not
psilocybin mushrooms are
gaslighting.
not a
I'm
drug.
using a proprietary definition that backs up whatever it is that I just fucking said.
Well, does anyone else like? Is this a reputable source that you're getting this definition from?
Yeah, I am my own reputable source, having been addicted to various drugs in my life.
I'm telling you, this is not a drug, and this is not an addictive substance. In fact, you literally have to force yourself to do it.
You're saying that just because it's not, you can't develop a physical dependency. There's no psychological dependency whatsoever associated.
Let me clear something up. The word drug has no like pharmacological or like any usage, right? It's like calling something a weed. Like it has no. It's just a category to put things in.
I was just making shit up. You're just gaslighting me.
But what he probably means is like a psychoactive substance, which psilocybin definitely is, and blueberries isn't.
You can call it a psychoactive
drug is just
substance if you
drug
want.
doesn't have any. Drug is just like a social, social category.
Yeah,
right?
you're a fucking druggie still, man, and you don't like me saying that.
Anson, I'm
Go
saying
ahead.
if you think that eating the body of Christ and worshiping Jesus, and like I said, even though I don't do it as much as I'd like to, I do advocate for it. If you think that that's something wrong with that, then that's your issue. That's not my problem.
We're not talking about fucking Jesus, man. Like, what?
That's
you,
exactly
like,
what
you're
we're talking
throwing a red
about.
herring out there because I called you.
No,
a
you're the
fucking
one who's throwing
druggie?
red herrings out there.
You
You're
can't
calling
handle
Jesus a
the
drug.
fact that you're a fucking druggie, so you have to be like, I'm not a druggie. I'm following Christ because that's what mushroom eating freaks
No,
do.
actually,
They
you're the
follow
one who's
Christ.
saying I don't want to follow Christ, so I'm just going to call you a druggie. Well, go ahead.
Well, you are a fucking druggie, dude. I mean, I'm calling you a druggie because
That's not
you
true
like
at all.
fucking, like,
That's not true at all.
Promote drug use constantly. That's your
It's not
brand.
true at
You're
all. I
like,
promote the
hey,
sacrament
do
of Jesus
drugs,
Christ.
man, because that'll make you close to God. Because
Yeah, it will.
Like
psilocybin mushrooms
like
will bring you closer to God.
unicorns and rainbows and shit. Like that's the
That's
kind
right.
of logic you use when you're talking about this shit too. You're like, people did drugs and they saw things that weren't there. So
They're
that's
not drugs.
Jesus.
Psilocybin mushrooms are not drugs, bro.
Oh, wait, can I? Because when I think of a drug, it's something that has a there's a specific term. It's not. It might be physiological, but like, it causes like a change within the body. And so like caffeine, people think caffeine's not a drug, but caffeine is a drug because it has.
Yeah, but that's why we should not use, because an antibiotic under that definition is a drug, but we obviously don't mean that. We mean psychoactive substances.
No,
right? That's what we mean.
If you want to be
otherwise, like heart medicine would be a drug. Like anything could be a drug.
I think most people would consider psilocybin, which is the active compound, would say it's like why? Okay, I guess why would you say it's not a drug?
Well, I'm saying, okay, here's why. When I take, when I've taken it in the past, I've realized that what we eat is actually super important, and that it becomes, flows through our blood vessels and things like that. And that when we eat like, packaged processed foods, that's like a drug, like that's poison. Okay. When I'm on psilocybin, I'm like, holy shit, like don't eat that packaged food. That's poison, right? But what he's saying here is, I don't know what the fuck he's saying, because I'm agreeing with him. Okay, fine. If you want to say that, then I'm saying, yeah, then like blueberries, like whole superfood, what we call superfoods, which is actually just what's supposed to be just food, which is like blueberries, strawberries, fresh fruits, seed-bearing plants. I would call that a drug because it connects you to the actual world. It connects you to thinking more clearly, right? And so if you just eat a bunch of fresh fruits, you're essentially drugging yourself with organic foods. So
Oh,
I'm
hell
not
yeah,
going to
that
say it's
probably
not a
feels
drug,
great.
but then at the same point, you have to concede that blueberries are a drug too.
You're
Okay,
using
what's
you're
his face
saying you're
gaslighting me?
saying you're saying that
as well,
what that you're redefining what the
Yeah.
actual drug is what
No,
you're
I'm
doing. You're
asking
like,
you. That's why I
well,
asked
I'm
you to
not going to
define
talk about the fact that it alters your consciousness or makes you think
Do
things are
blueberries
there that
alter your
aren't,
consciousness? Do strawberries alter your
or
consciousness?
that
Do kiwis alter your
people
consciousness?
use it communally as a social like thing where like that's common amongst other drugs. I'm going to talk about how you eat it. And therefore, it's like other things you eat, and therefore, it's not a drug. You're basically like saying anything you eat is a drug, and therefore,
Right?
it's not a drug.
Until you can define it as otherwise, which you refuse to do. So I'm
No,
asking
you
you.
did.
please
I
define it, and you
already
won't.
defined it, and you're like it's
you didn't.
Jesus, and I'm like, how the fuck do I argue with somebody that says
How
a
did you
fucking
define it?
mushroom
I've
is
asked
Jesus?
you to define
You
it,
know
and you literally
how?
said it's just
You
whatever I
mock
say.
the fuck out of them because they're being fucking insane and dumb. That's what you do, Steelman. And I'm fucking mocking you because you're fucking you're retarded,
No,
dude.
you're
like
throwing ad homs out because you have no fucking argument. I've literally asked you for your definition.
I don't
You refuse
have to.
give
I
it.
don't have to have an argument, dude. You're
give you
fucking
a
saying
definition.
mushrooms are Jesus, man. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they are.
My argument is you're fucking retarded, and then that's
Okay,
all I
my
have
argument
to say,
is
and
you
I
ain't
win.
got one. That's why you're ad homing.
Wait, let me
are Jesus.
Can I? Wait, I want to just interject briefly, and this doesn't apply to all categories because there are certain like compounds, I think like oxytocin and shit that your body does produce. But more broadly, I would say the difference between like blueberries and mushrooms is that blueberries has everything in that, I guess, in the quote unquote organic sense, are things that your body needs in some way, like nutrient wise. Psilocybin specifically
something
is
your body needs. No, I don't need to eat strawberries, right?
You don't need to eat those specific things, but I'm saying your body can utilize. Your body doesn't produce, your body can use everything that is within that.
In fact, I could go my whole life without ever eating fresh organic foods, and I could just eat packaged foods my whole life, right?
Sure, but I'm saying for mushrooms, you're introducing a compound that your body does not need for survival. It doesn't need for nutrients.
What I'm saying is every time you package a food, the process of food, you're introducing a compound that your body does not need for survival.
For processed foods, I may agree with you, but I'm specifically pushing back on why blueberries or
Okay, now are you saying that there's no byproduct within blueberries that your body doesn't need for survival? Like we just went over that. We don't even need that stuff for survival. But if we want to be optimal, right? If we want to be optimal thinking,
your
if we
body
want to have
utilize everything in there, you're not introducing a foreign substance, right?
Well, you are. Every time you eat, you're introducing a foreign substance.
But you're using things that your body needs, right? Or your body can use, I guess, or process.
Right, exactly. And your body can use psilocybin in order to make you think more clearly.
I guess I'm not trying to like gaslight you. I'm trying to be, I guess, a bit more clear on these things. Why I think why most people wouldn't consider, because blueberries, we could break it down. We could say what there's sugars, there's vitamins, there's probably
Antioxidants.
Antioxidants, for whatever they call it for a superfood. With psilocybin is like a separate substance.
See, what you've done is dumbed it down and said, well, I can just get I can get sugars and whatever the hell you said was in a blueberry. I can get that out of a goddamn Twinkie or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Antioxidants, just throw in some antioxidants. I can take a multivitamin.
Sure, and that's also why people don't consider food to be drugs. It's for that reason.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is they're wrong. Food is a drug, and that's why people are so dumbed down like him, because he doesn't realize that everything he's eating every day is a goddamn drug, and he's sitting there drugging himself on a bunch of bullshit, and that's why he's thinking so out of clearly.
Well, can you at least admit then that you are using a proprietary definition? Like you are redefining.
No, I've literally asked him what his definition was. He said whatever suits him, and I've said, okay, well, I'm going with what your guys.
No, I said whatever definition it is that supports my position. I'm using a proprietary definition that makes me right.
Yeah, and
you want to appeal to a fucking definition when we're having a conversation about something that everybody
you're the
understands.
one who's literally trying to define
everybody in this fucking panel understands that psilocybin, that mushrooms that make you hallucinate are a fucking drug. And any conversation to the contrary that you hear from anybody is somebody that's like either not being clear to you, or just like in the back of their mind thinking, wow, do I mock this person or do I keep my mouth shut for the dumb thing that they're saying? I'm trying to be kind right now by telling you that when you say that Jesus is a mushroom, people think you're a fucking retard.
I don't give a fuck if they think I'm a retard. That's what you don't get. I get that a lot of people do. You don't get, a lot of people have told me that, but it doesn't matter, because you don't think that when they tell me that, oh, Jesus died on the cross, rose from the dead, blah, 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 that I don't think that sounds a little bit silly, or that I get that I have a lot more history and I've done a lot more studies and I get where I'm coming from and I've had experience and all this shit, where I don't expect everyone to just be like, oh, I understand and I fucking agree with you. And I get that, dude, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just like Jesus wasn't wrong when everyone thought he was wrong and they killed him for it. It doesn't make him wrong. And if everyone says you're wrong and you're right, it still doesn't make you wrong.
Yeah, but it also doesn't make you right either.
Right, but I already know that I am right. is
Like a
what I'm
lot of
saying.
people
And
will say, "Oh, that like Maryland says a lot. They hated Jesus," but it doesn't mean that
Yeah,
what
but what I'm
Maryland's
saying
saying
is-
is
what I'm saying is
true in
that-
the moment either.
But what I'm saying is that it is true that the body of Christ, the origins of Christianity, is based off the psilocybin mushroom. That's what the whole Last Supper is about. That's, in fact, if you look, and we can go into all the details of why this is. But what I'm saying is, the fact of the matter is that that is the case. And if you eat the psilocybin and you do it right, you can be possessed by what we would classically consider to be the spirit of Christ. And whether or not people believe it doesn't matter, because I know that it's true because I have experienced it. There's nothing that anyone can tell me, and you can literally crucify me on the cross, and I will tell you it doesn't matter what you say because it's true.
I understand that. I think for me, and because I'm agnostic, but for the purpose of this conversation, I may as well be an atheist. To me, this is like two sides of the same coin, because I would just say the same thing for like any religious like person, right? Because they equally have their beliefs and their convictions of with the same certainty. So like you've kind of
But
found
here's the
another
difference between them and me, okay? They have faith. They're like, oh yeah, I just believe it because somebody told it to me. No, I know it because I experienced it. I literally saw Jesus looking at me in the mirror. I was possessed by the Spirit of Christ, and he touched my heart and he showed me different things about him that, you know what I'm saying?
When you were high?
The high priest, man. The high
When
priest.
you were when
baby.
you were on drugs, you had an experience that made you feel like you were communing with God?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So do
Well-
you not think that maybe, just maybe, the fact that you were high on the drugs made you hallucinate that?
That was the high priest, man. That's the thing. Is no, it's called. This is what the Bible talks about: lifting of the veil. Do you understand that right now?
No, it's not the
without-
lifting of the veil, dude. You were chemically like altered in your brain.
Yeah, it's called the body of
It's
Christ.
no,
The body of
it's
Christ
no
is
different than like changing somebody with SSRIs or doing something else to somebody's
It's
brain,
very
right?
well. No,
Like,
eating
you
the body
know,
of Christ
you were,
is a lot
you were
different than that, my
chemically
friend.
altered, and so you think that experience was some way real, and now you apply it to your real life instead of partitioning it and
No, that was
realizing, hey,
more
wait,
than real.
I was on drugs. Maybe that wasn't real, which is the experience you should have had.
No, I was on the body of Christ, and I was revealed things that were more than real. I was actually, the veil of ignorance was lifted, and I could see things more clearly than I could before.
You're also I would just say the reason I pushed back on this particular thing because you're very susceptible when you're in these states, right? You're in a pretty
No,
vulnerable.
actually, what I realized is I'm a lot less susceptible. When the veil is lifted, I realized that everyone around me is being brainwashed, and that this is how MK Ultra worked. They used LSD and all these shit, to figure out how to brainwash people. Because when you go into that state,
Because
you
they're more
are more aware, and you can brainwash people. When you go,
Yeah,
when you're in that state, you cannot be brainwashed.
Well, MK Ultra, yeah, they were originally the experiment, so they were trying to mind control people, and they realized it was ineffective for that. But like, if I were on a substance and somebody pointed into the distance and they said, "Hey, do you see that? I don't know, that bird over there or whatever." There might not even be a bird there, but I'm already. I'm saying if you prime somebody, and this is also with like, I feel like with guided spiritual things, usually associated with like ayahuasca or things, right? If you are in a highly susceptible state, which I'm just gonna, just for the sake of argument, grant me that, even if you don't believe it.
This is not you're red herring or wherever right now, because you're saying, or because or
Well,
not red herring, but like it's not a susceptible state. I'm in a less susceptible state.
You're not, because your perception is altered.
No, but what I'm saying is what I realized before I took it, I realized that I could tell when people would say, "Hey, come over here or look at this or think about this," then it's natural, our instincts, we just do these things, right? We're easy to manipulate. But once your veil is lifted, people can try to say things to me, and I'll be like, I don't need to listen to that. I don't need to follow you. I am not going to be manipulated by you like I would have been before.
Sure. I even agree with you. Like I have experienced what I would consider, because there's no other terminology I could find for it, an ego death, which I was completely open, and there are even questions, fundamental beliefs that I had, that I deeply held, that I questioned in those moments. Like I've had those sort of epiphany type of moments, and I would say that overall my experience with these substances has been overall like positive, right? I think the difference is what I said up top is that I don't make like a broad prescription for other people just because I had these particular experiences and these particular things that were helpful. I don't think it's good to suggest that these things can be beneficial for everyone, because you're basing it solely on your own experience. And so
I'm not. Here's what I'm.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Well, okay. Here's what I originally. Thank you. I didn't mean to like come at you, but
No,
is
you're
that
good. Just having a convo.
Yeah, thanks, man. So at first I was like, this is just the body of Christ, you know? And it's like whoever's seeking Christ, like this is what they're seeking. And then, you know, when John Hopkins and everybody starts doing the studies saying, look, the majority of people are showing that it's actually positive. They're showing long-term positive effects. Years later, they're saying it's the most significant experience of their life on a single dose. They're talking about how it making people quit smoking on a single dose. Just changing their lives, you know, PTSD, all these things are changing on a single dose, having, you know, long-term positive effects, and then the negative effects are not lasting negative effects. This was Jordan Peterson. He just did this thing on psilocybin mushrooms. I don't know if he just did, but I just found it. And I would ask anyone to listen to that. He goes over a lot of the science. He advocates for it. And, you know, I mean, I'm not like a Jordan Peterson, like advocate, but I think he's sort of like well respected in the business.
Agree.
You know?
I agree with you to an extent. Like, there's been studies with MDMA and soldiers coming back with PTSD, right? And there's been some promising stuff. Psilocybin has been linked with, like, for the treatment of depression. I 100% agree. I think these things can be positive. I guess the more narrow scope that I look at it in is, and this might seem like completely antithetical to kind of what you're saying, is I agree with it more in sort of that controlled, like, clinical type of setting. I'm not saying that that's like the be all end all, but that as opposed to, like, you know, doing it in someone's living room or trying these substances around people who, even if they're maybe experienced, like, because we said up top, like, your environment makes a lot of difference. The people that you're around makes a lot of difference to how you're going to receive certain things. And so I would prefer that these things are done in a way that I guess I would feel is a bit more responsible. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that makes total sense because I can't really be around anybody except like my homie we've been through it together on these, and now we're bonded together forever, you know, like through those experiences. But like being around normal people, you know, obviously until you're like tripping and you're mastered your state of mind, you can't, it's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, for one, depending on what you're on, you're probably going to look like you're insane, like just visually, like you're going to be sweating or your fucking eyes are going to be rolling, whatever the fuck. But like,
yeah, or they'll look like they're insane, or like you'll be crying over a flower, or like, fucking...
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I understand that. I guess because it's, when I say it's similar, and I understand that you're ultimately are coming back to this to like a religious angle. I would also, that's one of my sort of broader criticisms of, like, I guess Christianity or religion in general, is that usually people say that they had some sort of personal experience that, like, brought them to Christ. And so I think that that's great. Like, if that works for an individual, that's perfect. But where I always stop is like when you're making prescriptions for other people, because I think that your personal experience can be amazing and profound for yourself, and maybe you even have this like impetus, like it's like Plato's cave. It's like, I've seen the veil has been lifted. I need to share this with other people, right? So I can understand that, like, wanting to do that. But
especially if I'm advocating just a Christian. So go with me on this for a second. What if, you know, I don't know if you've like heard my whole like spiel on some of the evidence as far as like the historical evidence of different, you know.
I heard some of it. Yeah, I didn't get super into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could get into like the different artwork of the early cathedrals showing like the Garden of Eden represented as sacred mushrooms, and the Garden of Eden being mushrooms, and Jesus Christ's Last Supper being mushrooms. Would be, let's just say that was the ultimate conclusion that you agree with me on for a minute. Then you could you see why I would want to tell Christians, hey, Jesus Christ is a sacred mushroom. This is actually the foundations and the cornerstone of your religion, and this is the experience that you're all actually talking about, worshiping, seeking, and this is what will bring you the salvation that you're seeking also through these.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's similar in the sense that, like, as a non-Christian, when Christians are, if they take the interest and they'll say, like, I'll pray for you, right? And I'm always like, that's okay. Like, I appreciate it, but don't worry about it. I understand it's coming from like a good place, because as I said, it's kind of like the veil has been lifted, to take that phrase, and it's like it would be selfish to retain that for yourself, right? And then not try and make others.
And it would also though be like self-helping, because if this is the case and you have all of these Christians running around arguing, fighting, you have this Andrew Wilson who's spearheading this violent Christian movement or whatever, and all this stuff. If you could get everyone to sit down and be like, hey, wait a second, Jesus Christ is the sacrament, and everyone trip shrooms, you could actually change the direction of the world and like maybe even end like wars and shit. Like that's not like my goal, like or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that it would ultimately will happen because of this. You know what I'm saying?
You know that sounds great for like people who are in the wealthy part of the world, but in most of the world, like people actually have to like work really fucking hard to survive and shit. And I think what you've got is like the mentality of like the decadent typical Westerner who thinks that they can just like be high all the time. And if everybody was just high all the time, man, maybe like there wouldn't be any wars, man. You're like, man, I just if we just got everybody high, man, it'd be great.
Let's discuss that.
You're fucking perma-fried, dude.
Well,
That's
so
not
Jordan
how the
Peterson
fucking world works.
Okay, so Jordan Peterson actually discusses this. He talks about how when psilocybin was first introduced to the Harvard professors, and their motto became turn in, tune on, or turn on, tune in and drop out. And they like revolution, like spearheading the hippie movement, he was saying that was a problem because they were telling everyone to just, like you said, just kind of like live free and just give up and society will change, and it might have, but what Jordan Peterson was saying was that if we can then this is what I try to do, if you can use it more as a tool and try to work within society and use it as a tool to bridge the gap between the hippie world and society. And I mean, if you look at how the vegan movement, for example, has taken hold, I mean, even Burger King offers a vegetarian burger now. There's all this vegetarian lineups, all these people who are advocating for vegetarianism and all that stuff. I mean, that wasn't even a thing that long ago, and I became a vegetarian off of eating mushrooms, and I'm sure a lot of these people did, and I'm sure that is one of the things that came out of those psychedelic experiences is people becoming vegetarians in this vegetarian movement. And what I'm saying is that through these experiences, we can make even recycling and this whole, I'm not saying that there's no conspiracies, but in reality, caring for the planet, that's one of the things that you learn from these psychedelic experiences that, a lot of people like Republicans and shit, they just want to shit on and be like, oh, fuck the planet. Cause it's I don't know why, you get what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that it's not a conspiracy.
Not what I'm hearing from Casey Bush.
I have to go, but I will say still, man, for what it's worth, I think that you're probably closer on the right track than the average Christian I come across. I do think I guess my only one. Yeah, Confluence is in bed. I know it. You don't get to say Confluence, but I think that
I can't be in bed. I'm in my chair, still in my shower.
Yeah,
okay?
I guess my hesitation has always been it's sort of like opening Pandora's box a little bit. I think that some good can come of it, but there will always be unintended consequences. And also these things, and you'd probably at least agree with this, there needs to be some level of reverence for these substances because they can be extremely damaging to people as well. And I think that can't be excluded from the conversation. We should at least be as honest as we can when we're talking about these things because, and this is one of the reasons I think when you said it's not a drug, I'm like, to me, it felt like you're softening it a little bit, where I would say, even if I agree with you, I think it would be beneficial to 90% of people. I think that we can't just cast that wide of a net and say, this is good for everyone, because I think that it can still do a lot of damage in people's lives if they abuse these things. So but I do think, you seem like a nice enough guy and you're pretty well spoken on it. So I don't have any ill will or any hard feelings or anything.
Yeah, cool, man. Love to continue
Confluence is also going to bed.
Oh,
Tomorrow is
stream, dude.
Right, no, I gotta get up even earlier now because now I'm walking to work. Okay, so because I live pretty close, but it still takes a long time.
You can't take your scooter.
I mean, it's like a 20-minute walk, but it does mean I have to wake up earlier. So there's no point in really scooting. You
can scoot,
but it is nice enough weather now that I can. But anyway, tomorrow will be the Lolo stream, which Anson was pre-playing, which terrible times. That's even worse than pre-watching if you think about it. But we'll be doing that as a group. It's a fun puzzle game. Okay, we'll have a good time. That'll be instead of trivia. Thank you, K2. Thank you, K2 again. Thank you, Teo. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, K2. And
Turn
thank
on
you,
the shower.
Hoyt fan. The shower will go on in a future stream, okay? It's too late at night to get all wet, okay?
Turn on the shower.
But thank you, panelists. Thank you,
The leg
chat. And I
fell
will
off.
see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, don't break your puppets, Teo.
God
bless.
All right,
07, you
let's all go
guys.
to
Take care.
Confluence's